You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Gotta find the power button over here. Oh, Thursday. Stupid Thursday. How I hate you so much. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, everyone. I can't be the only one. Don't you guys hate Thursday?
I actually kind of like Thursday. What don't you guys like about it? Maybe you could talk me into hating Thursday.
It's just in the way.
It's just a tease.
It's a tease. It's in the way, Josh. That's what bothers me about Thursday. Don't you also hate Perry's wife? What movie, Arthur? What year? 1980. So Ashley and I are the only ones that hate Thursday?
Yeah, I don't mind Thursdays at all.
All right.
I kind of like Thursdays.
Tuesdays are the worst.
What day?
Tuesday.
I don't like that one either.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Taco Tuesday?
But it's so far from the weekend. You know, Monday you're kind of getting back in the swing of things, and you're like, oh, God, it's only Tuesday?
I don't like that one either.
Sucks.
I do enjoy our every other Thursday guest who will be here today. And that's Dr. Andrea Johnston from Gurman Animal Hospital. She'll be diving into the mix today around 8:20, and we can talk about our beloved house pets. If and you like, you can text in later and ask Dr. Andrea a question. Ask the veterinarian. That's the name that Josh came up with months ago for the segment.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was me and a team of marketing experts.
It blew our minds when you brought that one to the table, Josh.
It cost $100 million. Have you ever watched, well, probably not, or listened to a podcast or heard about what it takes to go through to get a slogan, even an audio slogan, right? Something like a Netflix, the intro to Netflix and things like that. It's in the millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy how much research they put in. Sometimes you're like, it costs that much for that?
You're talking about, you have to help me out here because I'm dumb as a box of rocks. So, say, HBO.
Yes.
Their slogan is, it's in the game. Let's just pretend like HBO's slogan.
That's not it, but yes.
Is, it's in the game. There's not just 5-6 people in a room that bark that idea out of their yaps. Someone puts a rubber stamp on it, and it's over. They go through millions of dollars of research.
Some of the bigger companies, I'd imagine there's got to be some, right, where someone came up with something that was so good.
We're talking about slogans for all kinds of products, not just
like McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Oh, I thought you were specifically
anything, any big company,
any product, any company.
The audio branding specifically, where they talk about they listen to all these different, you mentioned HBO, the famous HBO sound when it comes on, and you got the static sound and things like that.
That cost them millions of dollars.
They talk about how much effort and a couple of years in the making.
It's not something that they just settle at the Christmas party.
Some of them could be.
But yeah, no, Josh, you're right. Multiple consulting firms and stuff that get hired for millions of dollars and get paid to come up with something that's just like, oh, all right, yeah, that works.
What's our slogan around here these days?
93X rocks?
Is it still 93X rocks? Did that cost millions of dollars? Is that why none of us
I'd imagine that. Well, it's radio. We don't have that budget. So
we used to. When we came up with 93X rocks, that's a long time ago. We probably had some money back then.
Could have been.
I did not know.
I'm sure they, and then it has to go through legal, right?
Oh, here we go. Now we got to call legal.
Is this something we can say? Does somebody own the trademark to rocks?
That's very interesting, Josh. I really thought that maybe it was still just 5-6 empty suits sitting in a meeting room together, and they'd say, yeah, we're going with this.
I'm sure in some cases it is. But it is kind of fascinating. The first time I heard that, especially the audio branding, I'm like, You gotta be kidding me. They spend. Hey, that's great. If you hear the Netflix sound, you know exactly what's going on, right? If you hear that, Netflix is starting someplace. But at the same time, the amount of effort and money that goes into some of these is. You could probably do a lot of good with that.
You know what ad was worth it? The one where the guy says, my poo-poos and my pee-pees.
I love
Yes.
that.
That's a great...
That Pretty Litter, is that what the product is?
Yep.
I believe so.
They
Love it.
knocked it out of the park with that one.
I can't, the voice guy, he's the best voice guy out there. He nails that. He made that ad, whoever that is.
There are
That's
some of-
exactly what a cat would sound like.
Some of our listeners text in, and they don't like the poo-poos and the pee-pees. You pull your head out of your ass. That's a brilliant advertisement, and you'll get used to it. So today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Halloween, and we can do the whole Halloween bit tomorrow. We'll try and find some good Halloween-type material for you, or not. I don't know. Tomorrow is also Ashley's 28th birthday.
28.
Do you have a party planned or any maybe go to dinner somewhere?
No, I'm going over to my brother's house. He's got some younger kids, and they still like to do the whole trick-or-treating bit, and he decks out his house probably like way too much for Halloween. So we're going to go over there and do some trick-or-treating, and going to have some appetizers as dinner. That's exciting. I like that.
So my son's birthday was last Tuesday, and we said, all right, where do you want to go for dinner? Within reason, wherever you want to go. And he chose Red Lobster. Your thoughts?
That's a great choice.
call.
I love the place, and I'm envious that a 13, 14-year-old kid already knows something or another about a magical place like Red Lobster. I didn't go to Red Lobster. How do you say it again?
Red Lobster?
I didn't go to Red Lobster for the first time till I was near 40.
Me too.
We just didn't go to places like that. So good for him that he's living such a posh lifestyle, thanks to his friggin' dad. He can go to Red Lobster and
He
he.
pulled that out of nowhere. I think his older brother and sister might have suggested that. And he's taking credit for it, just like the Suits do for some of these ad campaigns.
Oh, those cheddar biscuits.
That's what everyone brought up.
Man, when I was in high school, my girlfriend worked at the Red Lobster, and she'd come home on the weekends, and she'd work Friday, Saturday night. She'd come home and bring me a batch of Cheddar Bay biscuits. I didn't realize how good I had it. I think my life peaked at 18.
Yep, I used to work at Red Lobster, and that was beautiful. Sometimes we would make the biscuits without the cheese and then put butter and honey on them. Gosh, it was so nice when I worked
See, the
there.
girls that I dated in high school, Dana, were too dumb to work. So I didn't have any.
Didn't get to reap any benefits?
No. You know what? And we don't need to sit and talk about seafood all morning long. But, Josh, can I tell you an interesting story about my very first trip to near, what do you call the place again?
Red Lobster?
My very first trip to Red Lobster when I was near 40 years old. I'm sitting there, and I ordered my meal, and they brought it to me, and I ate about half of it. And they said, "Sir, we apologize. We brought you the wrong meal." I didn't even know that because I was so unfamiliar with their menu. I mean, I remember that I ordered some seafood, and they put a plate in front of me, and I ate half of it before the waitress walked over and said, "We gave you the wrong meal." And I said, "Oh, for Pete's sake, I didn't even realize it. It's delicious, by the way." And she said, "Oh, thank you. I'll pass that on to the chefs." But then she said, "Since we brought you the wrong meal, we'd like to bring you the actual meal that you ordered for nothing." And I said, "Put the sumbitch down. Let's go."
Heck yeah.
So I ended up eating 2 meals for the price of one. Tomorrow is Ashley's 28th birthday. I see you found something here, Ashley, from Reddit. And also, Josh, I hear we're very popular on Reddit, this here radio show.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't know about popular, but certainly loaded with positivity is the word.
I've only been to Reddit to look at their dirty pictures. What do they call that gimmick?
Oh, Gone Wild?
Gone Wild. Years ago, you introduced me to something called Reddit.
Well, that was retired Air Force Jesus, to give him credit.
Okay. And I fell in love with Reddit Gone Wild, and I looked at it for hours every day for about a smooth year. I couldn't stop looking at naked amateurs on Reddit Gone Wild. But I've never experienced any other version of Reddit. Here's what I understand. I hear that we are very popular on Reddit, and that all the information about us on Reddit from Reddit people, all the information regarding this show, how it works behind the scenes, who we are as people, who does all the work and who doesn't. I hear that all that information is 100% accurate.
Yup.
That's what I was told.
Nothing but compliments and laughs.
And I've also heard that the correct people are targeted for decisions that had nothing to do with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how they found out that information, but it must be a leak from inside the building.
Yeah,
they got it all sorted.
They have an insider.
If
Dana.
you want to know what's going on this radio, down to the bone, from the bare basics all the way to the most complex elements of this radio show, if you want to know the truth, I am told you just look it up on Reddit. They have all the answers there. Anyway.
I've learned a lot about this from people telling me what's on Reddit.
Yeah. A friend of mine told me this and this and this is what they're saying on Reddit. And I said, well, by God, I work there and I didn't even know those things. I work there every day and I didn't know these things. Ashley found something on Reddit. Let's see where we can go with this. Let's get the results. It'll give us an idea as to how Ashley is coming along in her life as she creeps up on the 28-year mark. Reddit was jaw-jacking about the things you should have done by the time you're 28. So I'm going to read these different things that, according to that website, things you should have a handle on by the time you're 28, and we'll see if Smashly is there yet. Starting with paid off at least some debt, or at least you've started a plan to pay off some debt. Are you there yet, Smashly?
Wow, starting off strong. I guess. I mean, I have a plan.
Well, that's all they ask.
Yeah,
win the
lottery?
That's good. You're thinking about it, and you want to do something.
That's
about it.
all
Yes.
they ask, Ashley, is to have a plan. You say you have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're paying off your mortgage. I'm assuming you're making payments on that.
There we go. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm paying my car payment.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Have you built a LinkedIn profile?
LinkedIn.
Have you built a LinkedIn profile that doesn't embarrass you?
Yeah. I think I've got a pretty good one.
LinkedIn. Does everyone here have a LinkedIn profile?
Yes.
I do not know.
And Ashley, I know for a fact, has one because it took her about a year to accept me as a connection.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Hey, Dana.
Yeah.
You don't have a LinkedIn profile.
No.
I don't have a LinkedIn profile. Do you want to become kind of like secret LinkedIn bros?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's not except the other two.
I don't need to see your LinkedIn profile. Everything I need to know about you two, I can find on Reddit. With great detail, accuracy, compassion.
Who they are, what they're about, your exact responsibilities here with the radio show. All of it is where?
All on Reddit.
Okay, I gotta look this stuff up.
Trust me, I know because I listen to those guys, but I hate their guts. I hate their guts.
All right, Ashley, something or another here that you should have done by the time you're 28. Figured out if your current career path makes you happy.
Absolutely, it does.
All right, good. It's not what Reddit says.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that.
no.
Heard the opposite.
Do you know how to cook at least a few staple meals?
Yes.
Staple meals.
Yes.
Can you do laundry without turning everything pink, is what they say here. Turning everything.
Yeah.
You can handle
I
it?
don't separate my laundry at all. I just always.
We don't either.
The trick to that is just cold. Wash it in cold.
There we are.
Always.
Yeah, just chuck everything in there and turn it on.
I've never known any other way to do it. What are you talking about? Separate your anyway.
Supposed to separate your whites? I don't know. I don't waste my time
That
with that.
sounds like absolute nonsense.
More anxiety than Hair Jesus said, me and Josh are LinkedIn friends. Well, let's not say friends, acquaintances.
Who is this?
More anxiety than Hair Jesus. Yeah,
You don't
I'm
want
not going to consider that a friendship. That's
No.
more just I
No.
accepted it thinking you were somebody else.
In 2025, people consider clicking on your mouse, hey, now we're friends. No, you're just your fellow internet people.
I think they call it something else too, like a connection.
Yeah, we don't even have really a connection.
You don't like this guy.
Yeah, I don't want to define the relationship, but I can tell you it's neither one of those two things.
You don't like the guy.
Speaking of clicking, have you heard that during Shaver's segment? Mouse clicking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't unhear it at this point.
I know the people on Reddit have.
It's constantly clicking in your head.
Yeah, all the time.
Tick, tick, tick it in your head. Time to got tick, tick, tick it in it. What band?
Anthrax?
That's Anthrax. She's right. All right. Ashley, can you do basic home maintenance, like changing up a light bulb or unclogging a drain ski, things like that?
Yes, but I'm not going to unclog a drain. No.
I
gross.
love that they call changing a light bulb home maintenance.
Kind of lowers the bar, doesn't it?
Who can't change a light bulb?
I'm basically a handyman at this point.
Lowers.
If we're going to count that.
Yeah, if we're going to count that.
I could change a furnace filter, whatever you need.
I often feel like I've accomplished something when I change the furnace filter.
You have.
When I really haven't.
You're saving your house from a fire.
Oh, my God. Ashley, we're rolling through things you should have done or things you should understand, things you should be able to handle by the time you're 28 years old. Ashley turns 28 tomorrow, and we're seeing how she's doing here. Ashley, can you maintain or do you maintain at least a few real friendships that matter?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard, especially now that there's a baby in the picture. It's hard to maintain those friendships.
Anna, Josh, I'm sorry to steal your line here. I'm sorry, but I have to. Again with the baby? That's what Josh always says whenever you bring it up.
Yeah, he does. He hates when I talk about the baby that he's absolutely in love with.
Yeah. I haven't you seen me kind of like I'm a ring gal at a wrestling or boxing event that holds up the round numbers or something. I hold that sign up every day, and you never ever listen to me.
Have you had at least one serious romantic relationship at this point in your life?
Yeah.
Yes, you
definitely.
have.
I mean, I was married.
Yes,
so.
you were. You were.
I was married, and now I'm married.
Married again.
That's true.
All of us are, except Josh. Josh, when are you going to join the two-timers
Yeah,
club?
come on. Just divorce her and then marry her again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, Nick's parents did that.
I've been asking Josh to break up with his wife for decades. I'm not asking you to get married again. I just think you need to move on. Ashley, this is kind of a deep one. Can you do laundry? Can you fix can you change a light bulb? Do you have any friends? This is a little more deep. Have you figured out what you actually value in life?
I think so. Yeah. Family.
Can you family?
Yeah.
Oh,
when it
Jesus.
comes down to it, it seems like that's the only thing that matters.
That's way down on my list.
Oh, I think that's number one for Dana, simply because of the Fast and Furious movies.
I don't got friends. I got family.
How do you live life, by the way, Dana?
A quarter mile at a time, Josh. You can't go too far at a time. You got to take it day by day. Quarter mile.
So if you ask Ashley what she values in life, she says family.
Yeah. Not to get too deep, but yes.
Well, it's not deep. It's actually pretty basic. I think you're doing it all wrong, but
I know what Nick values. You've said it many times over the years. Can you guess what I'm going to say, what you would say?
what I value.
What you value.
A good meal at a fair
At
price?
a fair price.
That's right.
Yep.
Ashley, at 28, or on the verge of 28, ooh, have you learned to handle stress in a healthy way?
Not at all.
No, she has not.
No, I really need to work on that.
She comes uncorked.
I get it just comes out in anger.
She cannot handle stress in a healthy way, and I don't think the rest of you can either.
I think I'm doing all right.
Oh, you are not doing all
I
right.
feel it, but I handle it in good ways. There's a difference.
I stopped by once to Ashley and her husband's house once, unannounced. You were not handling stress in a healthy way. This is what I heard through the door. I heard Ashley say, "I'll stab you, you son of a bitch." That's what I heard through the door. You do
Was
not.
this last night?
It was last night. You do not handle stress. Have you learned to enjoy your own company?
Oh, I love being alone.
Yeah, it rules. Have you tried something adventurous? And here are the examples. Skydiving. What was this list made up in 1993? Bungee cord.
Bungee
What do they
jumping?
call that? Bungee jumping.
Is that still around?
Have you tried something adventurous like skydiving, bungee cord riding, or whatever they call it, or solo travel?
Yeah, I took hopefully this counts. It's so close. I took a solo vacation to Michigan once. That's a lot of fun.
I remember that.
I think everybody should go somewhere alone.
I don't think I'd want. I don't like to travel in the first place, so I guess Unless I was on the run from something, I can't imagine traveling on my own.
It was just very, very calm, and it's so cool to be in like a new location. You're like, what do I want to do?
It depends. It depends on how we're defining travel. I mean, last weekend, I drove to Brainerd and back in the same day. So I was alone in my car, 2 hours one way and 2 hours back.
But to see people.
And I really, yes.
Yeah, so that to me, that's different.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Oh,
All I'm
yeah.
saying is that's very different than a plane ride to Michigan or Hawaii or
And then
something.
you're just spending time with yourself.
All I'm saying is this, that I had 2 hours alone in the car there and back, and I really enjoyed myself.
I've traveled to lots of sporting events and concerts completely solo, not meeting up with people, just going because I wanted to catch the game or see the show.
And everybody else turned you down.
Yeah, and I just don't have a lot of friends, Josh.
Skydiving and bungee jumping. Give me a friggin' break.
I would love to do that.
No, you
Would you
wouldn't.
really?
Yeah, oh, yes, that would be an absolute blast.
And finally, on this checklist of things you, I guess, should have a handle on by the time you're 28, according to Reddit, have you attended a live concert, a festival, or a sporting event that you'll never forget?
Yeah.
What
yeah,
would that be?
The concert would probably be the time that I saw A Day to Remember in concert, and I got to meet them beforehand. That's my favorite band, so that was really cool.
Oh.
And I actually get to see them this weekend, this Sunday, at the Armory.
Oh,
Yep. I'm very, very excited.
you'll never forget that.
Never. And probably, I don't think you're going to like this very much, Nick, but
Oh, I didn't like the first one.
my friend Doughboy took me and my husband to Lambeau.
Ah, for Pete's sake, you're right. I really don't like that one.
That was just incredible.
It was not incredible. I've been there. It's overrated as hell. It's a ballpark in the middle of nowhere.
I like their stadium because it's just so basic. You don't have a million screens just like rotting your brain.
They do have.
I can see that.
It's
I
the
can see
same
the
as any other friggin' ballpark anywhere.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's just you're wrong. There's nothing extraordinary about.
I've always wanted to go and see all the different baseball fields across the country,
Ooh.
but I think,
Let's do that.
that would be. Oh, do you want to come with?
No, I'd rather travel alone.
Oh.
Well, I can tell you that's my mother-in-law's goal. We helped her achieve at least one of those this year, and she's a huge baseball fan.
How many ballparks short is she right now?
I think like 4.
Ah, sweet. When did she start?
Boy, that's a good question. I don't know. She's loved to travel her whole life, so I'm not sure.
Because I'm afraid I'm waiting too long.
Oh, no way.
Let's go bungee jumping, Cubby.
I don't. If
Let's put on our Stussy hat and our jean shorts and our
Drink a Red Bull.
Birkenstocks. Well, no, we're going back to the early '90s now.
Got to be a Mountain Dew.
I don't know what we drink and we'll go bungee jumping like it's 1993 all over again.
Gosh, I don't think I could. I turned down a really good opportunity to go skydiving. That's not for me.
It's silly.
I don't like risk.
You guys
Silly.
can't do that stuff together because if something happens, then we lose both of you. I can't handle that.
Well, that's how it's going to go. I mean, just so you're aware.
No, it's got to be one at a time situation.
You will be calling my brother-in-law at the friggin' Chrysler plant at that point.
Yeah.
Kind of like the parents that take separate flights so that if the plane goes down, they don't both die and leave the kids alone.
That's how my buddy Big Phil operates. He won't get on a plane with his wife or his kids because he's afraid they'll all die at the same time.
Oh, is that
Dude,
true?
I have never thought about that, and you just gave me a new thing to be anxious about.
Big Phil, isn't that true? In case you're up, he's always up early. Matter of fact, last I heard, if they have somewheres to go, the family will fly and Big Phil will drive. Wow. Because he hates airplanes and he's convinced they're all going to die at once. Big Al and I got so lucky. Big Phil, Big Al, you're thinking all these oversized friends. It happens. Big Al and I got so lucky at the state fair one day back in the early 90s when they had the bungee jumping display. We're just strolling down whatever, Dan Patch Boulevard or whatever they do over there at the fair. Couple of beers, beautiful summer day. And we see this massive crowd around the bungee jumping display. And we thought, wow, I mean, they're really making bucks over there at the bungee jump. Well, the reason there were 6,000 people hanging around the bungee jump display is because some poor bastard did the jump and then they couldn't reel him back up again.
Fun.
Oh, can you imagine how lightheaded you'd be?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awful.
And this beer-bellied schmuck from Lino Lakes or whatever, some local yokel who showed up, handed the guy $10 so he could bungee. He's hanging by his ankle. About 70 feet in the air. And everyone, we're just merciless. Everyone's just standing there with their beer, just staring at the guy. And his wife's down on the ground going, and he's like, it's okay, baby. I love you. Tell the kids that I mean, this is just beautiful. We couldn't have asked for anything better. But no one was saying anything. It was kind of dead quiet. The whole crowd wasn't really saying anything. Out of the corner of our eye, we see this shirtless, bearded hillbilly sumbitch come walking up. And Al and I could tell, me and Big Al could tell, this guy's going to have something to say about it. He also had a big, tall beer in his hand. Looked like it was about his 10th of the day. Big shirtless guy walks up and gets a load of what's going on. Poor bastard hanging helpless from the bungee cord. Guy with the shirt off says this. In the dead silence, everyone's just kind of staring. Guy says this. Cut the rope!
I love that guy.
And the guy hanging there is like, screw you, pal. Cut the rope, he says.
I wonder his level of enthusiasm ahead of time. Meaning, if he had to get talked into it and he's already thinking, something's going to go wrong, and then he was right.
We walked away before the problem got resolved. I don't know if that guy lived or died. To be
He's
totally
still there.
He might still be there.
Yeah, I saw him this year.
You guys are great. Great crowd. We appreciate you being here with us on this Thursday, the day before Halloween, the day before Ashley's birthday. We ought to take a little breaky break, and we'll go ahead with the stupid news when we come back on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
Next Roll is a groundbreaking podcast created and executive produced by Vernon Davis.
This is where we talk about reinvention.
The series explores the transformative journeys of athletes, artists, comedians, and entrepreneurs.
They don't just stop here. They just keep going.
Next Roll isn't about what's next. It's about why they do it, how they overcome fear, and the resilience it takes to keep evolving at the highest level.
That's what it's all about. Stay tuned.
Next Roll with Vernon Davis. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, wow. It's Thursday. It's 93X Rock. It's early in the morning. Tomorrow's Ashley's birthday. We had a conversation earlier about tomorrow being sure, Halloween. Right.
Boring.
No one cares about Halloween. Tomorrow's Ashley's birthday. Another listener is celebrating. Oh, wait a minute. Not tomorrow. One of our listeners texted in, Classic Country Jesus. His birthday is today, Cubby.
Yes.
I just remembered mentioning that tomorrow is, my birthday and I guess Halloween. Me and my husband were talking last night about how we should teach our son that when people say like Happy Halloween and stuff like that, that's just their way of celebrating my birthday. That like Halloween it's just another word for my birthday.
So you tell the kid, hey, Mom loves scary movies and costumes, so because it's her birthday, everyone in the neighborhood goes around town looking for so that's what you spin? That's not a bad idea.
Until we started thinking, but then when it's his birthday and people don't go all out and do all these special things, he's going to think that nobody likes him or something.
That's even better. He should know how cool Mom is. They have a whole holiday based around Mom.
Why is everyone running around the neighborhood in costume and asking for candy? Well, it's all because it's your mother's birthday.
Because I'm just so great that everybody celebrates it. Duh.
Lying to children. I was raised on lies. I think lying to children is some of the most friggin' fun that an adult can have. The friggin' stories that my parents and my uncles and whatnot tried to convince my brother and I were true was just hilarious stuff. I love that routine. I mean, like, say, when I was a kid, when we drive around town and we would see, doesn't happen as much as it used to, Josh, because there aren't bench seats in cars anymore. But, you know, back in the day, Josh, when the guy would be driving his pickup and his girlfriend is basically sitting on his lap, right?
I always wanted that. I thought when I grow up, I want to do just that.
You wanted to
I
have
want that pickup, and I want her sitting right there.
A woman at your side. When we were kids, I remember asking my dad, like, why is she sitting so close? And my dad said, oh, it takes two people to drive that car. I loved that. That's what I'm talking about. Those little lies that you mislead children with can be so much friggin' fun.
I had a pickup that had the bench seat. Never had the girl there, though.
Me too.
Plenty of groceries.
Groceries next to
plenty
you. You had your arm around the groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's great about it is if you, of course, have a kid as dumb as I was, I believed that until I was about 19 years old, that there were cars that took two people to drive. Because my dad established that when I was 6. I thought, no kidding, it takes two people to drive to some bitch.
Now, Brian says they have a holiday based on Mom's Mother's Day, but yeah, you're correct. But we want this based on Ashley.
Yeah.
Just the one mom.
Forget all the other moms. Yeah, just me.
This is
I want to be
Ashley's
selfish.
Until I was about 16 years old, I believed that my dad and Willie Nelson went to different schools together. Well, that's actually true, but I didn't listen to what he was saying. When my dad would see Willie Nelson on television, he'd go, oh, Willie Nelson. He and I went to different schools together. And I never took the time to understand what I thought he meant they went to school, but they went to, of course, we all went to different schools together. So it's little things like that I've always enjoyed.
My mom told us as kids that she was deathly allergic to cats. My sister and I, we really wanted a cat. And she goes, well, we can't get one. You know, your mom will get very sick. You don't want your mom to get sick, do you? And we were like, oh, no, of course. So we completely just dropped the whole thing. And that was when I was 7, 8 years old. Fast forward to like early 20s, I was dating a girl, and my mom was going to come by and see us, and we were all going to go to lunch together. And I frantically called my mom because I realized that my girlfriend had a cat. I go, you can't come up to the apartment. She has a cat. And my mom had completely forgotten the lie at this point.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what okay. And I'm like, well, aren't you allergic? She goes, oh, no. I just told you that so you'd stop bugging me for a cat.
It's exactly what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Speaking of pets now that we've started talking about pets, in honor of our special guest later on this morning, Dr. Andrea Johnston from German Animal Hospital will be in studio later. In honor of Dr. Andrea's visit, we enjoy her so much, we have put together, Cubby specifically, has put together an all-animal edition of the Stupid News. Just like Josh on a Saturday night after half a Coors Light. All animal.
Yeah. Look out. Meow. Rawr.
Gets feisty.
I bury
That's adorable.
I bury my poopies and my peepees.
And, of course, we're going to start with monkeys. Those peckerhead bastards.
They're always doing something.
I'll say it again. They're planning a war. A war with humans, just like you might have seen in the movies. They've had enough of us pushing us. I'll get there. They've had enough of us pushing them around. They've already started trouble in other parts of the world. We've told the stories up and down. They're snatching up our babies. They're pissing in our cocktails when we're not looking. They think they can run the planet better than we can. And I don't disagree with that. I don't. So again,
I would love a monkey. Wouldn't you guys?
I'd welcome the monkey overlords.
Wouldn't that be cool to have a monkey?
Oh, God, I've said it
diapered monkey.
a million times. Is it smoking and drinking?
No, mine's not.
Mine is smoking and drinking. But yet it's
mine's on some harder stuff.
What's it?
Yeah, mine doesn't. Smoking and drinking is nothing to mine.
You are, Dana, you're welcoming our monkey overlords. I'm not. Although I agree that they could probably run things better than we currently do, I still know what side I'm on. You know what I mean?
You're going to fight with the humans?
I can't turn my back on humanity that easily.
I can.
You can?
Yes, yeah.
You've shown sympathy to the monkeys when we've had these conversations before.
They're just trying to live.
And if
Poopfoot Jesus hates monkeys. All caps, he hates monkeys. Get back to us. Why do you hate monkeys so much?
What's the deal?
You don't
man?
find them adorable, and you're not impressed with their swinging and climbing skills and poop throwing skills?
Right, I was going to say, the little ones with the red butts at the Minnesota Zoo that fling their poo around, those guys are great.
I don't like the red butts, I'll be honest with you. Put those things away. Come
that's
on, put the tail
intimidating.
down there.
When the dust has settled, if the monkeys win the war, I will tip my hat to them if I'm still alive, but I'm not going to turn on humanity that quickly when the war begins. I know what side I'm on.
Why is he yelling at us, Josh?
Who's yelling?
I don't like the name.
Oh,
The guy that just texted about hating
Poopfoot
monkeys.
Jesus.
Yes.
Okay, Poop Foot Jesus says he hates monkeys, and now he's yelling at us?
It's just in all caps. Yeah, he said because they look like people and are dumb.
Well, there's a lot of people that look like people and are dumb. Why the monkeys? I think they're a little cuter.
I would argue that they are not dumb.
I would like to see a monkey in a military outfit. He's got his,
He's got a little bazooka.
yeah, a sniper, a monkey sniper. Wouldn't you want to see something like that?
War paint on.
Of course, they look cute in uniform. All right.
A lot of people are texting in saying they like to spank their monkey.
That's hilarious. Here's the latest nightmare that has unfolded here in the early days of the human-monkey war. Down there, Mississippi, diseased research monkeys being transported down the interstate in a semi-truck and trailer. They were able to overturn the truck, they caused it to crash, and then they escaped from the truck. The driver of the truck didn't see it coming. He says he smelled turds in the cab at one point or another. He knew it wasn't him. Next thing he knows, he's peeling himself off the road upside down in the cab of his truck. They got him. The monkeys turned the truck over, and now they're gone.
Maybe I don't welcome the monkey overlords now. that I hear
Too
this.
late. You already said it. They're on their way here. You're going to be their bitch, Dana.
I am.
The diseased monkeys escaped. They were being driven from one research facility to another, a pile of them in the trailer. Cops showed up full force. It was too late. And now the police down there are telling folks in the neighborhood to stay inside. Don't go near a monkey if and you see one. The monkeys are infected with COVID. I'm not making this up. The monkeys have herpes. Welcome to the club. The monkeys have hepatitis.
No, they've come out now and said that's not true.
And you're buying
Oh.
it? You're buying that, Josh?
I am buying.
Don't you think of that as maybe monkey war propaganda?
Don't do this to me. I slept with two of those monkeys, and I thought I was safe. So now you're saying they do have COVID and herpes and super gonorrhea and everything else?
Are you a monkey effer?
You know what? I am.
For Pete's sake, it says here some of the escaped monkeys have been shot dead.
Oh.
This is terrible.
What is going on?
Well, they thought they were infected.
And they don't like people. I'm guessing that it says here, don't go near these monkeys. They do not like us. And I'm guessing that's because they know that we are the ones that gave them COVID and herpes and hepatitis.
Yeah, if you're a lab monkey or lab enter the, whatever animal you want to put after that, I bet they don't have a good feeling about humans. As they're getting hairspray sprayed in their eyes and whatnot.
It's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better, everybody.
In their eyes. Oh.
The war has begun here in the States. They overturned a friggin' truck, they kicked the driver's ass, and they ran into the woods.
I can't get enough of these stories, though. Come on. More monkey issues, please.
Although some of them, we've talked about these monkeys many times where they're like stealing babies and throwing them off roofs and stuff like that. I don't like evil monkeys.
They're climbing in your windows.
I can't help but I hope the babies are okay. But imagine a monkey just throwing a baby like a football.
I gotta say, I get kind of scared of the monkey on Family Guy. That monkey is always so upset.
No,
The one in
he's
Chris's
okay.
closet.
Yeah, and he's always pointing and he looks so angry.
He's a family man.
Oh, yeah, they did a whole episode about him once. I forgot about that. They kind of told his backstory, and the monkeys actually just misunderstood.
Yeah, they finally got sick of. They're like, all right, I think we've just bled this bit dry, so we're gonna have an ending here.
You know, that's sometimes the magic of Family Guy is they do a bit to the point where you're screaming at your TV, and then eventually, like Stockholm Syndrome, you're like, okay, this is funny again.
Because, yeah, exactly.
The
Becomes full
odometer
circle.
trips over and it starts again.
I get Family Guy shamed in my household, and I don't appreciate it.
What do you mean?
Divorce.
My wife will watch every single trashy dating show possible, but somehow Family Guy is just beneath her, and I'm stupid for watching it.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like Family Guy or South Park. She doesn't get it.
What?
Can you imagine the truck driver with that trailer full of monkeys? Driving down the interstate in Mississippi. He was probably on the CB talking to other truckers. You hear what happened to that unlucky sumbitch in Indianapolis with Mark Sanchez? Right? They're chatting back and forth on the CB, and then the trucker thinks to himself, "What the hell smells like chloroform?" And then a monkey puts a rag over his face, and he overturns the train. Ah! And then the diseased monkeys are running wild. He's thinking, "This can't be happening. I just wanted to get to the Hotel 8, get a prostitute, a case of beer, Motel 8, whatever they call it."
Yeah, he's probably saying, like you were saying, the CB. Oh, that thing that happened to that truck driver, to Mark Sanchez, that's the worst thing to happen in the history of truck driving.
Yeah, then he's like, "Who the hell put a bottle of chloroform in the..."
The thought of him crawling out of the truck overturned.
Yeah. What the hell just happened? Monkey just put a chloroform rag over my mouth, and I had overturned the bitch. Here's more. Here's another one in Texas, a pet monkey. A pet monkey, tired of being captive, I would imagine, cut loose from its human owner, and the monkey went mental inside one of those spirit Halloween shops.
My daughter looked up. She said, "What in the world?" And she's like, "Is that a real monkey?" And so I look up and I said, "Well, it's got a diaper on, so I guess it is real."
It was entertaining. I mean, it was like, huh. A lot of people just stood and watched it for like 30 minutes, like the whole time. There was a monkey. And you had kids trying to catch it.
It had jumped down on the floor and ran past my leg. And at that point, I was like, okay, I've had enough.
Those are folks who were witnesses to this scene at the Spirit Halloween shop in Texas. For more than a half hour, this monkey was swinging from the rafters, screaming out threats, dropping turds like atomic bombs from the ceiling of this Halloween shop. That was Arlene, the lady that was speaking there. Arlene talked to the local television news about what she saw. And it was, you heard her say it, Josh, the monkey was wearing a diaper.
And that's what made her realize it's a real monkey. What?
Yeah, I guess
I saw a picture of the monkey. He is pretty darn cute.
That must have been awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Spirit Halloweens are chaotic as it is, and you throw a monkey in there too? That must have just been so much fun.
Yeah, that's a good day.
I missed the parrot at our local car wash.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Did every neighborhood car wash have a parrot for there about 20, 25
Was it all
years?
parrot?
No.
Was it Paradise? That's the one by us.
I have no idea.
I don't know if that was just kind of their deal.
I
Or...
just know they had a parrot there, and it always looked miserable. Mm-hmm. Looked absolutely miserable.
Oh, this one looked happy.
Oh, the one that I saw, it looked at me, and it said, "End my life, please."
It F-bombed me every time I was in there.
Did it cuss?
Yeah, constantly.
Cool.
Did it talk?
Well, I mean, nobody else could hear it, but I could. People thought it was a little weird for some reason. But yeah, I could hear what it was thinking. Such terrible things about me, and you wouldn't believe the jokes it had about my mom.
Oh, Christ.
Awful.
That's where it all started.
So this monkey went wild inside the Halloween shop. Eventually, the monkey's owner offered it a cookie, and the monkey calmed down, and it was recaptured.
A cookie would calm you down. I've seen you around cookies.
Yeah, no, it would. Maybe
Your mood changes.
I'm much more primate, maybe, than man. The monkey wasn't injured at all, and supposedly everything went back to normal at the Halloween shop. But take this as another sign of things to come. If that Halloween shop monkey wouldn't have been starving for a cookie, I think things could have turned out much, much worse. At the least, I think, if there was no cookie, Josh, at the least, I think someone in that store would have ended up being suffocated by a dirty monkey diaper. Just like that chloroform rag. on the truck driver. It's the all-animal version of the stupid news. This is all types of strange here. A pregnant woman. Well, there's another? It's not just you, Ashley?
Yeah,
Who
there's a
went-
couple
Yeah,
out there.
there's other people. I
Oh, what a
know.
copycat.
Yep, I started the trend.
There are other women who go ahead with that? Okay, a pregnant lady. She ducked into the doctor's office for one of those sonogram gimmicks where you can see an image of the already ungrateful urchin floating around in your stomach. Is that how that works? Do I have that right?
Yeah, those are fun.
Did you understand those? To me, it always looked like some sort of weather pattern. And then I'd have to pretend I knew what the doctor was talking about.
It took a while for me to understand what I was looking at, but I mean, still every single time until you could actually tell that there was a full baby up in there. They'd be like, and here's the kidney, and here, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I never could pick. I had to pretend because I started feeling dumb. The 3D ones are creepy, and that should not exist.
They are so crazy. Why can I see their full facial? Oh yeah, I showed Nick the 3D pictures, the 3D ultrasounds I got, and they freaked you out.
They are freaky.
I remember you showing me a picture. It was so clear. Everything was so clear. The features of your baby's face and things like that. And he kind of looked like an angry old man.
He still does. He has such a bad resting bitch face.
He looked like an angry old man peering into your window at night.
Yeah.
That's what he, in the ultrasound.
They always look angry.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
And yeah, well, even when my son was born, he looked like his grandmother more than anything.
If I woke up tonight and opened up the blinds in my bedroom and saw that face, I would.
Stop. That'd be so cute.
It'd be horrifying. So anyway, a pregnant lady went into the doctor's office for a sonogram so she could see what her baby looks like. And when they got the pictures from the sonogram, this is just weird. The image of her baby looked exactly like her dog's face.
So much so that if I were the father in this situation, I'd have some questions.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks just like their dog.
It really does. If you look at the sonogram, is this up on our website?
Yes, it is.
93x.com. It looks like, and they've got a side-by-side, the sonogram and her dog. And yeah, the sonogram looks like her dog is staring into a camera. And her dog's name is Goulash.
I like that.
Nice.
Ines or something silly is the name of the pregnant lady. So does she have a half dog, half human in her belly?
Sure looks like
Yeah.
it.
She says she's in shock after looking at the picture. She's very afraid of her due date now.
DNA test.
I did get it in the wine that one night about 3 months ago.
It was doggy style.
She's dreading her due date now because she does not know exactly what it is that's living inside of her. But look at the pictures on the...
I mean, it even looks like it has dog ears.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is fake, but if that's legit, that would freak me out.
And Goulash the dog, the picture that I saw of Goulash the dog, he's got a facial expression as if he's saying, yeah, so what? I got some,
Yeah,
you know.
I banged her.
Yeah. Jesus, how about this poor bastard? His old lady divorced him. And now this effing guy has to pay cat support.
I know someone who's had to do that with the dog, and then they ended up just splitting the dog half-time so nobody had to pay.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
This is ridiculous.
Are you effing kidding me? Come on, I'm not paying no cat support.
And this was a long time. This was for a dog, but this was a long time. This was a long time ago, like 2008 or 2007. They lived together. They broke up, and they both loved this dog. It was going to go to one of them, and then the one of them said, all right, you owe me dog support, and then they just decided to split the dog half and half.
So the dog every
Not
week...
by cutting it in half, to be specific.
Well, of course not. Every weekend, just like a child, the dog went to Daddy's place, and then on Wednesdays I get the... That's ridiculous.
Yep, that's what they did. And they hated each other, too.
I have made it very clear in my relationships that, like, in my first marriage, because that is the marriage where I got my two dogs that I have now, I said, hey, if anything ever happens, these dogs are mine. You aren't, like, there's no question about it. I am taking these dogs, and that is what I did. And then before me and my husband got serious, that was something I made very clear. Like, if anything ever happens to us, these two are mine. You are not touching them. They are mine.
And then he gets the kid?
Yeah. Yes.
I love kitties.
Boys need their dad, Josh.
I got a kitty. And don't get me wrong, I love my kitty, but I'm not paying no cat support. But that's the reality for this one sorry plug living in, how do I say this again, Josh? Turkey. As part of a divorce agreement with his ex-wife, dude agreed to pay $240 every 3 months to support the 2 cats he and his wife have living in the house before she threw his ass out.
Yeah, I guess that's about how much they cost.
$80
right?
a month? I mean,
if you're getting I guess cats are more expensive because I think litter.
I thought cats would be cheaper.
I don't know, Nick.
I don't know. I don't keep track of those types of things.
Does that sound like a lot to you? $80 a month?
I honestly have absolutely zero idea what I have no. My wife handles all the money, and I have not a single clue how much a dog or a cat takes per month.
Maybe if she's listening, she can text me because I'd be interested in that. Our dogs cost a bunch because they eat so much, and they're 2 giant dogs.
This couple filed for divorce because of severe incompatibility and a breakdown in the foundation of their marriage. And sure, that can happen. But it says here the husband, quote, this is what they ruled in court. The husband, quote, transfers custody of their 2 cats to his wife and will assume financial obligations for their maintenance for up to 10 years. That's how they put it. And some folks are saying that this agreement might set a new precedent for the financial support of pets following a divorce. Here we go.
That's insane.
I thought you agreed with it at first.
No, I just said like the price. I was wondering if like that seems reasonable to take care of an animal, but I mean, if you're the one that owns the animal and you want the animal, you're accepting what they cost.
Gap Slayer Jesus says cat food and litter costs about $80 every 4 months.
Oh, so she's getting a little bit extra. What are you doing with that money? You're not supposed to spend it on yourself.
And a few people have said, well, vet bill's right, but that's not every month. You know, so you'd think maybe when that comes up, they'd split it or whatever. It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Shell Jesus said, the horses are very expensive. I'd imagine. That's kind of crazy.
I could see something like that. Sharing the prices of a horse because you have to pay for like boarding and all that nonsense.
Cat support. That's cute. I remember when I got my first divorce. My second is pending. When I got my first divorce, we had that little dachshund. Ozman, the legend. We'd only had him for, I don't know, maybe a year. And when we got the divorce, she called me and said, do you want the dog? And I said, no. And she said, well, I don't want him either. And I went, he's only 1 year old. We can't take him to the friggin' pound. He's this cute little dachshund. I said, fine, I'll take the son of a bitch. And then he lived another 18 years. I didn't know when I agreed to that I was committing myself to nearly 2 decades. He was a wonderful dog. But 18 more years that sumbitch hung on.
That's ridiculous.
And your ex had bucks. Man, imagine if you got dog support. You could have been a rich, rich man.
Why the hell didn't I get dog support? Okay, what time is it? Oh, we got time. This one's going to throw you too, I think. Try this one out. In Orlando is how I should have said that. In Orlando. At SeaWorld. They're calling it SeaWorld. Anyone been there?
No.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
I was at Disney World, but not SeaWorld. Didn't have time.
Over there at SeaWorld, a gal riding on one of those roller coasters, she got knocked unconscious by a duck. That was a flying through the park. And now the gal is...
Revenge.
Now she's suing SeaWorld. She wants $50,000. So there she was a few months ago. She's ripping up and down on that damn roller coaster, going faster than piss. At the exact same time, a damn duck flies through. The duck hit the lady square in the mug. and it knocked her out cold. She took that corkscrew duck rod right to the jaw.
Why is that corkscrew?
It's
That's gross.
For her pleasure, I think is the joke. Anyway, and it put her to sleep. This duck hit her in the face so hard it knocked her right on out. This gal in her lawsuit, they say that SeaWorld should have warned her about the dangerous condition of the park before she got on the roller coaster. She says they placed her in harm's way.
Oh my gosh, you're outside.
It is kind of crazy that you can sue for anything nowadays.
I hate this lady.
Here's a quote from her sleazy ambulance-chasing lawyer. SeaWorld created a zone of danger for bird strikes due to placing the roller coaster over or near a body of water, which creates a higher risk of bird strikes involving ducks, gulls, geese, and other water fowl. Oh, shut up.
She wants a beware of duck sign on the roller coaster as you walk through.
Yeah, you suck. How dumb do you have to be to not think about... my gosh.
The lawsuit
So
also
frustrating.
claimed... Ashley, please. The lawyers and such are talking. The lawsuit also claimed that the roller coaster disoriented the birds and increased the risk of bird-human high-speed collisions. The roller coaster, with it whipping by and spinning around, it would disorient the birds, and they'd go, I don't even know where I'm flying anymore. And it increased the risk of these bird-human collisions. You didn't know that?
They should be the ones that are suing. The ducks and the birds and the waterfowls.
Good point. Or somebody should on behalf of the birds.
Absolutely.
The most upsetting part of the story is that I have no information on what happened to the duck. Was he killed in the collision? Is he paralyzed from the beak down and he's been placed in an adorable little wheelchair? We just don't know. You ever seen a duck in a wheelchair?
No, but I want to.
You would
Probably
never,
on Looney Tunes or something, I'd imagine.
You will get rid of all of your current pets, and all you will want is a duck in a wheelchair the minute you see a duck in a wheelchair.
This person's right. They should have had an anti-duck air defense. That's true. And a lot of people are bringing up a good point. She should have ducked.
Oh.
But why is the penis corkscrewed?
It's for her pleasure. Just stick with the easy jokes sometimes, Josh. For her pleasure.
Well, now I'm picturing that they have a cork down there, the ladies do, and they just got to uncork it and go for it.
It's similar.
Cork their brains out at that
I
point.
need a duck in a wheelchair.
Are you looking at a duck in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Are you already thinking about turning your dogs into the pound?
Yes.
You're only human.
Look at this little guy.
Is he just chugging along, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got like big fat tires on his wheelchair too because he's got to off-road.
Yeah. Josh, I'm sorry. What was it again? That was very funny. They needed a duck air defense.
Anti-duck air defense.
Just some teenage kids with BB guns.
That's probably all you really need. Remember all the controversy around U.S. Bank Stadium taking out all those birds?
Yes.
For a while?
Oh, yeah, that was a lot.
Yes, I do.
That was fun.
The birds were slamming themselves into the side of the new ballpark, and it was a terrible tragedy.
Simon says, didn't Fabio take a goose to the face on a roller coaster? Yeah, that was Fabio, wasn't it?
Fabio took how the hell did you come up with that?
That was a big story. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of, too.
Fabio, the old supermodel guy?
Yeah, he messed his face up pretty good.
He was on a roller coaster and he got hit in the face by a goose. How the hell
sort of bird.
That's large.
Jeez Louise.
Not munging or shrimping Jesus makes a really good point. He said, "Oh, I'm confused. A place called SeaWorld is close to water? What is this world coming to?" Yeah, what do you expect?
You're not safe. No matter what you're doing, you're not safe, even on a roller coaster at SeaWorld. I saw Final Destination 3 last night, a little bit of it. I know what happens on those roller coasters.
Oh,
is that any good?
the best one.
No,
I like
it's
that
terrible.
one.
But it's a Final Destination movie, and you're aware of that when you go into it. I just saw the opening scene. When I watch the Final Destination movie series, I just watch the opening scene for the hellacious crash, and then I move on with my life. There's no reason to continue.
How's the latest one?
No,
I liked it.
Yeah, Ashley liked it.
I saw the preview where they're at the barbecue.
Yes.
That was even stressful.
That is a That's the funniest part.
They get you on that one. Like, oh, here it. Oh, no, that's not what it is. And then they keep going.
Oh, back to ducks real quick. Teacher She's has texted in to say that duck sex is not pretty. We had that conversation on the air a while back. Yeah, we know. I know firsthand that duck sex is not.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. On my property a year or two ago, my wife had to break up a duck rape. That's exactly what it was. It was horrible. Horrible.
This is one of my favorite stories.
It was just, we were sitting in the house, and all of a sudden, slam, 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 like something crashed into the sliding glass door. And we look out the window, and there's a 2-on-1 duck rape happening on my property. We had to run outside, and I had to kick these mallards in the ass and say, get out of here. My wife's out there with a hockey stick or something. It was horrible. And I waited until I knew that I had forced the male ducks to fly away, and I counseled the female for a while, and I said, it's okay, you can go where you want to go. It was terrible. She's not lying. I'd never seen anything like that before in my life. It was terrible. Ducks are cute little bastards, but I'll tell you what, not when they're looking to get it on.
I had no idea. That is awful.
Not when they're looking to get it on.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Nobody wants to see your feet in flip-flops on a plane. Not one person. Nobody wants to see you in a tank top with your armpits hanging out. That drives me insane. Have some couth about you. Dress appropriately.
Should the people in flip-flops on airplanes, should they be executed?
Well, I don't know about that, but I always pee on the floor to make sure if you walk in socks, you're getting urine on your feet.
Yeah, have some couth.
Why did she ask that?
That was one of the dumbest questions I've ever heard in my life.
I know.
She was obviously trying to be funny, and it went nowhere.
She sounded worse. I tightened it up a little bit, but yeah.
That was
disturbing.
Weird. Fox Sports football analyst Mark Schlereth. I know who he is. Former NFL player. I can picture him. He was on a podcast yesterday with somebody, and they got to talking about what really pisses Mark Schlereth off, what grinds his gears, and he mentioned people who wear flip-flops or sleeveless shirts on airplanes. He thinks
coming for your life, dude.
It's disgusting, he thinks. Flip-flops and tank tops on.
No couth.
No couth is what he said. So what he does, and I don't believe a word of it, he says he always pisses on the floor of the airplane bathroom, so then the people in flip-flops will get piss on their feet. Again, I don't believe a word of it.
No, I think he just kind of got stuck there a little bit. He was trying to be funny in some way.
That was really
did
stupid.
Not work.
That was really dumb.
What's his issue with people's armpits?
I don't know.
Well, I think it's great. Like, I'm tired of this disrespect and not caring about other people. And then he's like, claims he's peeing on the floor.
He's obviously
I do by accident.
Oh, you can't
Never
help
on purpose. The spray back is wild.
Nobody bats 1,000, Cubby.
No. Wear flip-flops at the urinal if you've never experienced it. You'll be shocked. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea until the first time I wore flip-flops at the urinal.
And it doesn't bother you now, does it?
No, I kind of like it.
No, I don't mind a little sprinkle when I'm having my
I miss it.
pee-pees and my poo-poos.
Berries, my poo-poos, and my pee-pees.
All right, Ontario. They're looking good up there right now. They're one win away from the friggin' World Series and ruining the L.A. Dodgers season. I love this. There's a long ways to go. They got to win one at home, but the Dodgers lost last night. Blue Jays beat the Dodgers last night. Great historical stuff. We can tell you all about it when Randy Shaver swings by. This is great. This has been great. Buzzer beater at Target Center last night. Wolves lost to the Lakers. That sucked. Pigs, Penguins tonight here in town. Randy Shaver's going to be here in a half hour. Josh's News is up next.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
Start your day with America in the Morning.
I'm John Trout, your host.
From breaking news.
The U.S. Supreme Court with rulings. Shifting gears, Apple has released a new iPhone. Here's the Wednesday Business Report. It's far from a seller's market.
To politics and entertainment.
Moving into scary movie season, so why not another Conjuring movie? Shifting gears, Powerball jackpot is now the third largest ever in history.
Live long and prosper.
America in the Morning.
Fresh each day.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What in the actual are you guys doing?
On 93X.
I don't got time for that!
Then stop!
Okay then!
Call 911, can you
She hit my car! This the don't know how to drive!
A Texas man is accused of an unusual road rage incident last week, one which is grabbing attention because of what he does for a living, which feels oddly at odds with his behavior that day. He's a stand-up comedian. Thank you. Last Wednesday, officers responded to a call about a robbery. When they arrived, they met the victim, who explained she had been trying to merge into a turning lane when she accidentally collided with a vehicle driven by 32-year-old comedian Alfredo Marquez. After the crash, the woman got out to exchange insurance information. Instead, she was met with anger. Marquez began yelling, and I'd imagine just like the audience at one of his shows, no one was laughing. As he shouted, Marquez moved toward her in an aggressive way, making her feel unsafe. She retreated to her SUV and called police. But as she tried to close her door, Marquez stopped it, snatched her phone, and hurled it across the road. The woman got out to retrieve her phone, hoping the confrontation might end there. But while she was distracted, the comedian opened her SUV door, reached inside, and took $200 from her purse. Likely more than he's ever made doing stand-up. Realizing what happened, she confronted him, saying, "Hey, you took my money. I have insurance. Give it back." But instead of returning the cash, he shoved her to the ground and threatened her again. A video of that altercation later surfaced online, which helped police identify the man and make an arrest.
This guy's not like a big shot, is he?
No, well, I'd never heard of him. I guess that doesn't mean that he's not, but it didn't seem like, based on comments, it didn't seem like folks knew who he was.
Well, you know, a lot of comments isn't where I was trying to go with that. A lot of comics are nuts.
Sometimes they seem kind of angry, sure.
Nuts is the word that I'm going to stick with, yeah. So this guy came uncorked. $200, huh? Pretty good take.
Yeah, that's not
Don't you
bad.
think? Pretty good take.
I don't remember the last time I've carried that amount of cash.
This ought to cover it, he says.
Yeah, he lucked out.
Mm-hmm.
What a D-bag.
Speaking of uncorked, in a scene straight out of Criminal Minds, that was for Ashley.
Thank you.
A 70-year-old homeowner returned from his Sunday outing to find an uninvited guest savoring a glass of Chardonnay at his kitchen table. Police say the homeowner left that morning only to come back about noon to discover a 31-year-old man lounging in his kitchen and leisurely sipping from a glass of wine that decidedly wasn't his. The elderly host, demonstrating remarkable restraint, politely told the thief to scram before calling police. When they arrived, the homeowner showed officers his house that had been rummaged through, and after a search of the neighborhood, police found the 31-year-old suspect and detained him without incident. Until the wine lover decided to spit at one of the arresting officers, leading to additional charges.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Crime may not pay, but it sure does photograph funny. The man's mugshot, a master class in dazed bewilderment, has been making the rounds, and the photo kind of says, duh. You can see that on 93x.com.
This is a good one.
Doesn't he kind of look like he's just saying, duh?
Yep. What's going on with his hair?
Yeah, I don't know what was happening. Things were bad enough when 44-year-old school principal Christopher Mertz was notified he was going to be terminated after an investigation found that he engaged in an inappropriate romantic relationship with an employee. But then things got worse. Mertz, who served as Discovery Elementary School's principal last year, was arrested September 3rd for swimming while intoxicated, which until now I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Wow, that's interesting.
Before the swim and tonic incident, investigators opened a case on Mertz after hearing a rumor in April about his involvement in a romantic relationship with a teacher the previous November.
Naughty.
That teacher was later promoted, which upset others at the school and led to the investigation, which was the beginning of the end of his career. What sealed the deal is when just before 4 p.m. Wednesday, September 3rd, a sheriff's deputy saw him wet and wasted and arrested him for having too many Mai Tais and swimming while intoxicated. A beach patrol officer saw Mertz swimming and stumbling in the ocean. The educator was falling over, swaying unnaturally and rolling in the rough waves while submerged in the water, police said. Earlier that day, a sheriff's sergeant saw him stumbling across traffic lanes, slurring his words, and smelled alcohol on his breath. During the initial investigation, he had entered into a grievance process in an attempt to keep his job following the relationship, but after his SWI, swimming while intoxicated, he was arrested.
Yeah, it's a new one for me.
Yeah, I've done that quite a bit.
Yep, and he quit his job.
I should have been arrested every 4th of July between my 14th and 35th birthday of swimming.
Gosh, that is difficult, though.
Can he get arrested for being drunk while swimming?
I have no idea. It's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah. I was supposed to be the start of a law enforcement career, but a now former Minneapolis Police Academy recruit managed to torpedo his short-lived tenure after allegedly driving drunk straight into a body of water. The 37-year-old Blaine man was charged last week with DWI and carrying a pistol while under the influence. His cop career ended after about only 2 weeks, which has got to be near a record. October 17th, Crow Wing County deputies responded to County Road 36, where a Chevy Silverado had apparently decided to test its flotation capabilities. According to the criminal complaint, the driver lost control on a curve and made an unscheduled splashdown on the south side of the road. At the scene, a deputy noted the telltale signs of one too many: slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, balance less steady than his career prospects. The driver told officers he'd only had 2 beers. But with a breathalyzer test reading .2, those beers must have been brewed by NASA. The aquatic Silverado wasn't exactly traveling light either. They found a mobile armory of sorts, multiple firearms, a handgun up front, a rifle in the back seat, another handgun in the truck bed. A Minneapolis police spokesperson confirmed his meteoric rise and fall. Hired October 6th, fired October 20th.
Hilarious.
That's a pay period. That's not a career. According to the complaint, he has previous DWI convictions from 2012 and 2015.
But yet he was hired as a cop.
Yeah, he was. For a very short amount of time.
They're desperate.
Sounds like you're, you know what, that's probably the case. Desperate.
When your job is to serve and protect, getting caught going 104 miles an hour while drunk with a baby in the car is a pretty good sign your next performance review is going to be very awkward. Early yesterday morning, a man who should have known far better turned what could have been nap time into something more like NASCAR, flying down a Florida highway at 104 miles an hour in a 60. Behind the wheel, a drunk cop. In the back seat, his presumably sober infant child. This incident's disappointing for me personally, for our department, and for our community, the chief said in a statement. Our officers are sworn to uphold the law and to serve with integrity and professionalism, both on and off duty, he added.
This guy didn't do that, did he?
No, that was all bad. Everything he did that night was bad. The officer, 27-year-old Jeffrey Dillon Johnson, had been placed on administrative leave without pay while Internal Affairs investigates. He's been charged with DUI with a person under 18 in the vehicle, having a blood alcohol level over .15, and dangerous excessive speeding. Again, 104 in a 60. He's drunk, and he's got his newborn baby in the back.
That is one way to do it.
A Detroit police officer left a judge speechless when he showed up for a Zoom hearing wearing his uniform shirt and badge, but no pants. Officer Matthew Johnson from the Detroit Police Department appeared in the 36th District Court via Zoom Monday for a reckless driving and public intoxication case. The officer looked every bit the lawman, at least from the waist up. Below the line of duty, though, just boxers. When Jackson appeared on camera, he was wearing his official police button-up shirt, his official policeman's badge, but he had no pants that day, just a shirt and boxers, basically my sex outfit.
And he forgot that, maybe?
No, he just had a bad angle on his phone.
Oh.
He thought, and there was like so much speculation on what he might have seen. Maybe what he saw looked a little different than what everybody else did. The video's on 93x.com. Aside from the obvious part of the story, look for the facial expression of the lawyer involved in the case. It's awesome.
She's great.
She's like peering like, are you kidding me? Judge Sean Perkins, who handled it, like no big deal. He did notice the odd choice of clothing, stumbling over his words at first for a moment before asking him about the wardrobe.
You got some pants on, officer?
No, sir.
Sir Jackson, okay.
After Jackson confirmed he was pantsless, he positioned his phone closer just to show the upper part of his body, which it appeared he meant to do originally. Despite that awkward moment, the judge continued with the case without mentioning it again. As for why Commander Commando skipped the slacks, that was never made clear.
What a moron.
Can you imagine?
All it takes is 5 seconds to pull a pair of friggin' pants on. What's the matter?
It's a court proceeding. You'd think maybe he would put a little effort into that. Here's a quick headline from the Star Tribune. Hormel spins off Justin's Nut Butters to private equity company.
Man, that lucky equity company.
Today brings a new face to The Witcher, bloodthirsty dinosaurs stomping back into action, and a chilling true crime story revisited. First up on Netflix, The Witcher returns for season 4, and with it, Liam Hemsworth begins the beneath the white hair in place of Henry Hubba Hubba Cavill, who left the show after last season. Lawrence Fishburne also joins the cast as a powerful vampire, and as announced in April, season 4 is shot back-to-back with a 5th and final season, which will complete the adaptation of the books. Also on the big red end, Eileen, Queen of the Serial Killers. The documentary takes a closer look at the life of Eileen Wuornos, from an abusive childhood to her time on death row, tracing the path that made her one of the few female serial killers in history.
Did you ever see the movie made about Eileen Wuornos' life?
No.
It's pretty creepy, pretty well done. I can't think of the name of it.
I think it's called Monster.
Monster. There you go.
Then over on Peacock, Jurassic World Rebirth makes its Peacock streaming debut. And tonight on Prime Video, Thursday Night Football. The Miami Dolphins host the Baltimore Ravens. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
You always want to see your star player get some easy baskets. Would fly to the basket like he'll be flying to Turkey at some point this season. Oh, come on.
They're still making fun of Jaylen Brown's sprayed-on hairdo.
They're waiting for that one.
But I don't get the joke. What about Turkey?
He was going to fly to Turkey to get his procedure done. That was the joke, right?
Okay. Has Jaylen Brown actually said he's willing to fly to Turkey to get a new...
He joked about it when he left that message for LeBron James.
Oh, right. They're still making fun of Jaylen Brown's haircut with his sprayed-on hairdo, and I enjoy the hell out of it. Good morning, Randy Shea.
Good morning.
What's going on, man?
Just happy to be alive.
What are you?
Oh, no.
Near-death incident yesterday?
Well, we're happy you're alive, too.
Yeah, every day.
Maybe he was worried about those aliens.
I did mean it like that. Just
okay.
Yesterday the aliens were supposed to show up, and I don't think they ever did.
As far as I know, they did not show up.
It's kind of rude.
There's a whole thing about it, and nothing happened.
So there's nothing behind that dramatic statement, Randy Shaver?
Not really, no, sorry.
I thought maybe you got into another mountain bike accident or something.
Or a go-kart or golf cart accident.
How long ago?
Good.
We've talked over and over again about your hilarious golf cart incident where you almost drowned in a pond at your own charity golf tournament. How long ago was your mountain bike accident?
Oh, gosh, Nick. Probably, it's probably a year before we moved from there, so I'm going to say probably 6 years.
Maybe it seems
more.
longer than that.
Yeah, it's probably longer. I don't...
Feels to me more like 20.
That's what I thought, yeah.
20 years?
I would say at least 10.
At least 10.
Maybe the concussion is kind of...
Okay, hold on, because I have a picture of me
in my phone, so
Yeah.
I'm scrolling right now.
According to Bring Me the News, it was 2012.
They wrote about
that's
it?
Yes, you're right. August 2012, so 13 years ago.
13 years ago. I don't think we give that story as much. We don't give
Maybe because that was way more serious.
Oh, I thought it was. I
way-
thought it was every bit as funny as the golf cart incident.
Oh, Randy was really hurt, man.
Yeah,
I broke a bone in my arm, and I almost killed a kid.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, it was
literally,
bad.
Almost killed a kid.
So tell us the story again for folks who don't know. You were on your mountain bicycle.
I was on my bike. Where I lived in Plymouth, there was a path
that was probably a half a mile long that weaved around some wetlands.
Mm-hmm. Get ready, Ashley. This is funny.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And it had a few of those kind of curves where it was blind. It was
Yeah.
a blind curve. You couldn't see what was around the corner. And normally I'm paying attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that morning I had my music on. I was buzzing, going faster than I would normally go. And I come around this tree and not expecting anybody there. And there was probably a 16-year-old boy standing next to his bike. Either his bike had broken down or he was taking a break or whatever.
Did you cramp up?
And I
We'll get to that.
literally had to slam on my brakes. I flipped over the front of my bike. My bike flipped over and we crashed to the pavement because the path was paved.
Yeah.
And I was completely and utterly stunned. And the kid just kind of went, he was scared to death. And he said, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. Well, I wasn't okay. I was all, you know what it was? It was like 2 days before the Olympics started, the Summer Olympics on CARE. And I was like all beat up. I looked like I had been hit by a truck.
Hell yeah, you did. I remember that.
That was bad.
And then the worst part was I had to navigate my way out of this place, which was about half a mile from my house, and get to my house and get to the hospital because I knew I had to get to the hospital. So it was a bad morning.
I told you it was a riot,
If I was that 16-year-old, I would have been out of there. I would want nothing to do with that.
Once I said I was okay, he was gone. I never saw.
You never made contact with the kid or his bicycle.
No, thank
Dude,
God. I would have killed him.
You just
That
went.
would have been
Seriously,
one
I
of
was going
the
that fast.
craziest things to see as a 16-year-old.
As hurt as you
"Oh
were,
my
Randy,
gosh."
did you still have the natural reaction? Well, I mean, you knew the kid was there, but outside of that, look around and make sure nobody else saw that. That's kind of the natural reaction.
Honestly, I didn't really care because I knew I knew my face was all cut up. I could feel myself bleeding. I could tell my right arm was messed up.
And the kid was saying, you know what? I saw a middle-aged man fly today.
Yep, you did.
He went and told all his buddies, laughing.
And then the sad part was my bike was messed up too. And so I get back on my bike, but doesn't feel like right. And as soon as I get around another corner, there's a woman with a baby stroller, and she stops. I could tell by the look at her face, she was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She goes, are you okay? And by that point, I was like, I just got to get out of here. I go, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah,
but,
you look terrible. I remember seeing you on the news.
It was not good. I'll forward you a picture.
Yes, please. I want to see this.
You can find on Google Images one of you in a sling and your face is all cut up.
Cool. Send me that link, Dana.
Now, I was geared up, but I crashed a motorcycle at about 40 miles an hour and didn't get hurt anywhere near as bad as you did.
When I saw Randy on the news after his bicycle accident, you looked like you got in a bar fight with the fabulous Freebirds.
Speaking of birds, we're talking about Randy's golf cart and then his bike accident, and somebody says, maybe don't bring up the Thunderbird.
The Thunderbird?
Don't
Randy's
bring that
beloved
up either.
vehicle that got down.
Dude, why is the universe constantly trying to kill you?
Yeah, that's a good point. You might be the
Ashley,
toughest guy alive, Randy.
I think, Ashley, people keep sending me a message to get off of this show. I think it's what it is.
Wait, we're being blamed?
Ever since I started this show, everything is...
You've never been harmed on this program, physically.
Could be we're keeping you alive. I mean, you could look at it that way.
Almost. A.J. Przinsky had his eye on me one morning.
Oh, yeah, he was going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
Because of what he thought he heard on this friggin' program.
Yep,
And F. A.J. Przinsky and the early 2000 Twins. Anyway, they did nothing for us. The Thunderbird reference was, are you referencing the car wreck that Randy had?
Yeah.
You had a terrible car wreck. That was the one you were really, 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 really lucky. I mean, that could have been instant death.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
I drive by that spot every day, and I I don't know how I survived it.
Yeah, you're in
honestly.
this little Thunderbird, and it was a semi, correct?
Yeah, it was a rainy afternoon. I was driving to work like at 1:45, 2 o'clock, and I never drive that car when it rains. I don't know why I did that day. Not a good car to drive when it's raining. And I guarantee you the semi did not see me. He just kind of flicked me, right? Just kind of hit the back of my car. Just
He pitted
not
you.
hard. He was changing lanes.
He's a pit maneuver, yeah.
Yep, pit maneuver, and I just spun and across 3 lanes of traffic on 694. Thank God nobody hit me. I slam into the guardrail, looking back at the traffic coming at me, and car got lodged underneath the guardrail, and it was a mess. It was
Suspended
awful.
animation the entire time, slow motion.
Oh gosh, yes, for sure, Dick.
I'm looking at the
Yeah.
picture of you after your bike accident. Number one, you look pretty badass. Number two, yeah, what the heck, dude? What happened?
He looks like he just went through a 7-game series with the 1986 Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh my gosh, that head of hair though. That's impressive.
He's always had that.
Hey, Ashley, don't worry about it. Me, you, and Satan, we're going to get him someday. We're going to get him.
My number will be up sooner or later, yes.
Randy Shaver. All right, thanks for joining us this morning. Can you send me that picture, Ashley? I don't have it in front of me, and
Yes.
I'd like to revisit that fond memory.
Thanks.
That was a hell of a deal.
Maybe a Christmas card this year.
Yeah, that'd be great. Put that on a Christmas card. Toronto and I should say the entire province of Ontario are bracing themselves for the biggest beer party of their lives tomorrow night.
And the Blue Jays are headed home, one win from a championship. And it was a child who led them tonight, 22-year-old Trey Savage.
At least the biggest beer party since 1993. Tomorrow night, the Blue Jays are headed home for Game 6, leading the World Series 3-2 over the defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers, and that rookie pitcher by the name of Trey Savage put on what they call here a record-setting performance.
Yep.
Struck out 12 batters over 7 innings, gave up only 3 hits, no walks, and Toronto won the ballgame 6-1. He's just a rookie, for Pete's sake.
Yeah. And really wasn't part of their rotation during the season.
Yeah, this is only what, his 8th or 9th start of his career last night?
He was a late call up during the season. They had injuries and other things going on, and he's just been phenomenal. And also, let's just backtrack just a little bit. This is the team that lost in 18 innings
right
in a 6-hour game and came back from that to win the next 2 games in Los Angeles. That's amazing.
If you guys don't have plans tomorrow, it looks like we can get a ticket, general admission, standing room only, $1,800.
Standing room only.
Yep.
Wow.
That's a damn shame.
Holy heck. And then I'd imagine the fees on that are going to double it.
You'll probably spend about $2,000 before you get in the door.
This Savage kid. And again, has anyone ever heard a last name like that before? I've never heard of a last name like that before. Anyway.
No.
Last night was his first career playoff start on the road. Think about that. His first start in the playoffs away from home, and it's Game 5 of a tied World Series.
Yeah.
And like we established, last night was only his 8th, 9th, 10th start of his professional career. The record-setting part of his game goes like this. He set the rookie mark for strikeouts in a World Series game. 12 of them. Don Larson had 11 strikeouts as a rookie in 1949. It was also his second playoff game this month with at least 11 strikeouts. So he's the first rookie to accomplish that. He struck out 11 in the divisional series against the Yankees. He struck out 12 last night.
Yeah.
The Dodgers' big-time, top payroll lineup looked like idiots last night, including that shady-ass Ohtani.
Yeah. I mean, he got 9 of his 12 strikeouts in the middle of the Dodgers order.
Yeah.
Between Will Smith, Betts, Freeman, and Hernandez, he struck out 9 guys. 9 times they struck out.
And it's not just this Savage kid, although I'm not trying to take anything away from him. The Dodgers lineup hasn't done a damn thing since Freddie Freeman's game-winning home run in Game 3. They've been terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Ohtani, all of them.
Yeah.
So
and their best pitcher goes Game 6, though. So Yamamoto has been fantastic in the postseason, and he is who they're going to lean on in Game 6 back in Toronto. So this thing isn't over yet. It's not over, but it's looking incredibly better for Toronto than it did after they lost that 18-inning game.
And it didn't hurt the rookie that he started with a 2-0 lead.
Right.
First pitch of the ball game, Davis Schneider of the Blue Jays hits it over the left field fence. The next batter, friggin' Vladdy Jr.
Yep.
Another
Off
dong.
of Snell, which is impressive, yeah.
So Toronto has 2 chances to win at home, starting with tomorrow night. Got this text message here, Cubby. Corey can't beat me at golf, Jesus has texted in. He says, my coworker is upset that the Dodgers were lost last night. And Corey can't beat me at golf, Jesus says this. For context, he's a Dodgers. Come on, this is a real person. Text me back and tell me if you're just making this up to start trouble. I get it. It's good material. But you got to text me back and tell me, is this a real person? Corey beats me at whatever it is. Our listener says this coworker of his is upset that the Dodgers lost. For context, he's also a Chiefs and Thunder fan. Tell me that's not a real person, and I'll let you off the hook. There can't be a real person out there. He said right here, he just texted, I'm not making this up on my life. He works with a guy who claims to be a Dodgers, Chiefs, and Thunder fan. You have to get this guy fired somehow.
Yes, plant some drugs in his cubicle or something.
Okay, you didn't mention hockey. Who's his favorite hockey team? Who won the cup last year?
Panthers.
Do you love the Panthers? Get back to us on that.
I was impressed I was able to remember that so fast.
Yeah, that was good. All right, so Derek Shelton is the new manager for the minute. Familiar around here. He operated as Rocco Baldelli's bench coach for a stretch of time. So, okay, I don't really have one feeling on this one way or the other.
I don't have one feeling about it either.
I don't really have much to say on this one way or the other, but I know Twins fans on social media, they don't like this at all. People are calling this an uninspiring choice.
Oh, it's just a stopgap manager.
Expect,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know what people thought they were going to get.
Oh, I don't know what they expected.
Like I said before, when all this started, collapsing on itself after the 10-player trade at the deadline and everything else, you're not going to get somebody in here who's, got a lot of experience, who's makes a lot of money as a manager,
right?
Who's had a lot of winning experience. You're just not going to get that person because they are not going to trust the management.
No, this place is a mess, and everybody knows it. They're calling Derek Shelton a retread. They're saying the Twins are continuing to go backwards with the hiring of Derek Shelton. They're calling it boneheaded. Boneheaded organizations like the Minnesota Twins do boneheaded things, such as hiring managers with losing records. So no one's really happy about this. They're just not happy about it, Randy Shea.
Well, I understand that. I think that there was a time when the Twins organization was, as far as the amount of talent in the organization, in much better shape than the Pirates. But I don't think you can say that now.
Right.
I would say both organizations are probably around the same level. So
I saw one tweet recently that said the Pohlads have done one exciting thing in the last 2.5 years, and their announcement to sell the team, which they couldn't even follow through with.
That's about right.
Yeah, so you should have known, if you're upset about this, you should have known, like Randy was saying. They weren't going to snatch up Aaron Boone out of nowhere.
No.
It was going to be somebody
that's never been a manager, or someone like Shelton, who has ties to the organization,
right?
Who has not had a great deal of success.
Someone that they can control easily.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about the control part. I think it's just somebody that
all right.
That's not going to cause a lot of uproar, I guess.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. They know.
But they don't. I don't know if they control Derek Shelton.
They're like puppets on a string, Randy Shaver.
Yeah.
Like puppets on a string.
They're your bro lads. You know better than anyone.
I do.
You love the pole lads.
I do. I support the pole lads and everything that they.
Pole lad apologizer.
Now, whether we like it or not, here's something interesting about old Buck Sheldon. What the hell's his name again that just got hired?
Derek
Shelton. Here's something interesting about Derek Shelton. His dad played a little baseball. His dad, I think I have this correct, after his brief minor league baseball career, Ron Shelton, Buck's dad, went on to become a screenwriter and a film director. He had something or another to do with Bull Durham. He had something or another to do with Tin Cup, which was terrible. And he had something or another to do with White Man Can't Jump.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was fun. I like White Man Cannot Jump. So there you go.
They called him a prankster. There's a whole article on just who he is in the Star Tribune.
Buck or Ron?
Buck.
Buck Sheldon.
He's a
new
prankster.
Is he?
Oh.
Well, Derek is his name, but is that your bit?
Derek.
Buck?
I'm forgetting his name.
Derek.
Right now, I'm going to go with Buck Sheldon for now. By the end of the day, maybe a lot of pranksters in baseball, a lot of great stories. All right, so there you go. It's the new manager, Buck Sheldon.
All right.
He wrote Bad Boys 2 as well.
He wrote that?
His dad, Ron?
Yeah, his dad, Ron, wrote Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2.
That's pretty sweet.
I hated Bad Boys 2 until I watched it for like the 5th or 6th time, and now I really enjoy Bad Boys 2.
I enjoy that series. I didn't watch the most recent one, but...
Buzzer beater at Target Center last night. Wolves, Lakers, don't you know? That ball bag Austin Reeves of Los Angeles hit a sissy-ass floater to win the ball game as time expired.
I hate to say it, but you knew that's where it was heading.
I knew that Reeves was going to hit
too much time left on the clock for them to not, and the Wolves defense just to allow him in the lane like that with that much time left. I was just like, what the heck?
I watched the replay. I have no idea what Rudy Gobert was doing on that play.
Yeah, it's just you just shake your head.
I have no idea what Rudy was doing. He's the center. He's the stifle tower. This is why Rudy Gobert gets paid hundreds of millions of dollars to be there in a situation like that. And Rudy kind of exited the lane, acting as if he was guarding someone else. I have no idea what he was doing. Yeah. There were stretches of time last night where the Wolves did not look good. But, hey, without Anthony Edwards, I understand things are going to be a little out of whack. But they were right there at the end with the lead. They just needed one more stop. It didn't happen.
I would say you could say the same thing about the Lakers without Baby Nuts and without LeBron.
I love that you're willingly calling him Baby Nuts.
Jake LaRavia was really good last night.
Who in God's name is Jake LaRavia?
He was kind of a backup player in Memphis, and the Lakers signed him. And actually, when they signed him, LeBron made a big deal about it, saying, this guy's going to really help us off the bench.
Well, he sure was good.
He was good last night. He was 10 of 11 from the field last night, scored 27, and just did a bunch of different things on the floor last night other than offensively. He just played a great game. Yeah.
Well, LaRavia sounds like something you'd order at the Olive Garden.
LaRavia?
Yeah.
I'll have a plate of LaRavia, please.
Julius Randle had 33 points. Jaden McDaniels had 30. They made a 14-2 run late in the game that should have given them.
Run.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Reeves hit the shot. This Reeves kid, so he scored what last night? 28. He had 51 a few nights ago. He had 41 a couple nights ago.
Well,
he's one of the top scorers in the league right now.
He's
the Wolves
making the most of the absence of LeBron and Luka because he's like he's the guy when those two guys are not on the floor. So
Wolves play at Charlotte on Saturday. And I know that I'm one of the few people in town that follow this. Well, at least I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of Wolves fans out there. But often my Wolves rants are lost on you people specifically.
Yeah.
Right? And I know that. But I'm telling you, I have this back and forth affair with Rudy Gobert. There are times when I watch and I say, okay, I get it. But then there are situations like the last few games where I'm going to break something in my house. Randy Shaver, have you seen, and he's had this bad habit for a while now, have you seen what he's doing with his rebounds? He taps the ball up in the air. He taps like he's playing beach volleyball, for Christ's sake. Instead of grabbing the rebound, he taps it up in the air. Let me tap it up and see. Oh, then here it comes. I'll tap it up in the air again, like when you're a little kid with a helium balloon. Grab the basketball with both hands. What are you doing? You guys, watch, if you can stomach it, watch a game or two here in the next week. I don't know why he does it. And I've read an article, I think it was from last year, where Chris Finch lost his friggin' temper and said, I don't know why you're doing that. Like, he said it to the media. He said, I don't know what Rudy's doing. I don't know why he doesn't just grab the basketball. It's the oddest thing.
Yeah, you're right, Nick. I don't watch as obviously as closely as you do, but when I do watch, it seems like there's one or two moments a game where Rudy seems to forget the just general concepts of the game of basketball.
Yes. Wolves fans, if you know what I'm talking about, text me, 651-989-9393. What is he doing? Why won't he just... There were 2 times last night where he could have just grabbed the ball with both hands, but he wants to tap it up in the air like he's watching a butterfly or something. and then things will go sideways, he'll get bumped into, and then the Lakers get the rebound. Why are you playing biddy ball? Grab it. You've got hands like freaking... His hands are like, what do you call those things, Josh?
Plates?
Dinner plates. Weakest hands for a guy. Here's people are texting in saying they know what I'm talking about, and I'll let it go.
Yeah, I think I do too, because I think I remember being upset by that.
I tappy tap. I tappy tap tap.
It's like he's playing volleyball.
Yes.
Putting up a set.
Why? Here's a text.
Tap.
Yeah. I tappy.
I'm tapping. Tappy tap.
Here's something kind of cute. And people like this now. NBA fans like this. NBC is now showing the NBA on Monday night, Wednesday night. That's their new thing, right? You got it on Peacock. You got it on NBC. You got NBA's broadcasting basketball games. And they're doing a Sunday night football type. They are doing Sunday night football type player intros. Like
Jalen Brunson, Villanova.
There you go.
Sherman, Wichita State University. Carl Anthony Towns, University of Kentucky. OG Anunoby, Indiana University.
Yeah, that was the Knickerbockers game. That's you guys like that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, as long as they don't have any players from Ohio State or the University of Miami.
You don't like?
They say like, oh, I'm Dana Wessel from the Ohio State University.
I actually still kind of look forward to it because of how annoying it is. I do enjoy that.
I don't like
was
that.
Was it Jared Allen that always say the Culinary Institute?
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
What about Miami?
Oh, they just say, I'm Dana Wessel, the U.
Right. I guess I have noticed that. Randy Shaver, Iowa State University. Josh, Lambda fraternity, Adams College. You were a part of Lambda, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
Nick, Brown Institute.
You should start your show every morning.
Yeah,
with
let's
the
do that.
introductions.
Yeah. What would you say, Ashley? I don't remember your educational background.
Ashley, Century College.
Century College.
We had an end of school senior year type of thing where everybody was kind of announcing where they're going to school, and everybody, hey, I'm Dana, I'm going to St. Cloud State University. My buddy gets the mic, he goes, yeah, I'm Dave. I'm declaring myself eligible for the NBA draft. I thought that was pretty good.
That is.
So it's a cute little thing they're doing here. Carson Wentz decided to try and diffuse all this noise He said he bears no ill will towards the Vikings franchise, and he wanted to make it clear he did not want head coach Kelvin O'Conrad to remove him is the words, from last Thursday's game at the Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim.
Even if he didn't want to be removed, at some point, they have to step in and say, hey, you can't.
Save him from himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he says that Kelvin O'Conrad gave it the thumbs up, and so did all the trainers, right? Is that where you were going with that, Josh?
No, I was going to mention a text that just came in. Somebody sent in a picture of Randy after his bike accident, and they wrote on there, Carson Wentz after Thursday Night Football. It looks about the same.
If you watch the interview, though, the actual video clip of him saying that, you can see the red dots from sniper rifles coming from somewhere in the building.
I mean, yeah, he does have to say that, too. It's not like he can go and be like, yup, I hate them all.
Well, why
all
couldn't
their
he do that?
fault.
Why couldn't he do that? He's probably done with football. Maybe he could do that. If anyone could, he could.
Do you think maybe there's something like how we have
Contractual?
in our contract? Yeah.
Maybe. I thought I saw him mouth the words, help me.
Blink twice if you need help.
Please don't hurt my kids. Somebody's holding his kids hostage.
But more or less he's saying, stop being mad at Kelvin O'Conrad and everybody for me being beaten near death the other night. He said, I'm not an idiot. I knew what I was signing up for by going out there. Nobody was forcing me or pressuring me or any of those things. He said the public backlash is kind of crazy. This whole place has been wonderful and supportive and all that, and he's grateful for every damn thing. That's what he says. You're right. Who knows what the motivation is? Maybe there's some kind of a... Now, I don't know if I get this joke, but I'm going to read it to you anyway, and you folks can explain it to me. I think I get it, but I don't know if I... And this came from Adam Schefter, that sick maniac who follows all the football players. He's always on television. Get a job is, again, Adam Schefter. But he posted a picture of head coach Kelvin O'Conrad looking angry. And it says here, Vikings coach Kelvin O'Conrad confirmed that he personally tested J.J. McCarthy's ankle last night by sneaking into his house with a hammer. After a brief struggle for the weapon, O'Connell says J.J. overpowered him, and unfortunately he's cleared to play this weekend. I don't know if I get the joke.
I don't get that either.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
Okay. Well, you guys don't get it, then we'll just move.
Maybe we're not smart enough. I don't know.
They tried, I guess.
Listeners texted us about this yesterday, but we were so busy jaw-jacking, we didn't get to it until we were off air. But the Vikings did sign a quarterback yesterday to the practice squad. Never heard of the guy, John Wolford. Boring. Could have made a deal for Mr. Unlimited. Could have made a deal for Jameis Winston.
Well, I'm glad they didn't give up draft choices or things like that to pick up one of those has-been guys just to have on the roster.
Okay.
That would not be a good move, I don't think.
Not be a good move, I don't think, is what Randy Shaver said, and I'll back you up on that. John Wolford, Ashley.
He has a very friendly face. He's like a nice guy.
You know what? You're right.
Oh, man.
Insufferable nerd Kirk Cousins is requesting to be traded away from the Atlanta Falcons before the upcoming November 4th deadline. He's still looking to be a starter somewheres.
After the last performance?
Let it go, please.
I still think it would have been pretty hilarious if we picked him up.
Let it go.
Delusional.
Yeah, he always has been. I didn't see his last performance, but everyone told me it was just terrible.
Oh, my God. It was awful. Awful.
All right, people are saying that the Adam Schefter joke about J.J. McCarthy and Kelvin O'Conrad was a reference to the movie Misery.
I was kind of wondering, but it was still worded poorly.
Yeah, it just wasn't. This Schefter guy, not a joke teller.
Yeah, because, why would he want to do that?
You think?
It makes no sense.
They're saying, a listener texted in, they're trying to say that he tried to re-injure J.J. by sneaking in and breaking his ankle, but J.J. stopped him. Yeah, but okay, I understand that part, but what's the joke?
Yeah, like I said, he doesn't want to do that.
Why?
There's been no, talk about him not wanting him to be healthy.
I don't get it.
That was from a fake account. That wasn't actually Adam Schefter.
Yes, it was. I'm kidding. I have no idea. I wouldn't know a fake account. The title said Adam Schefter.
Yeah, you can just put whatever title you want.
All right. Good Lord. You want to hear something stupid? Former Viking quarterback Brent Favre just started his own podcast.
Who is the target audience for that, by the way?
Really?
What's it about?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Do you want to hear the name, what he's titled the podcast? This is so dumb.
Sure.
Fourth and Favre. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fourth and Favre. My guest today is Buck Sheldon, the new manager for the Minnesota Twins. How dumb. Fourth and Favre? Like is it a play on words like fourth and far? Like we got a long ways to go? Is that...
Or like 5?
I don't know.
And then you got number 4.
I don't know. I don't care.
What are the numbers that come after 4 and 5, Josh?
6, 7.
The Denver... What's the matter over there? You all right?
Oh, yeah.
The joke is, okay, someone's going to explain to us the J.J. McCarthy, Kelvin O'Conrad joke. The joke is that O'Conrad literally doesn't want J.J. to play.
What? No.
But they're in love.
Yeah, why wouldn't he want him?
Of course he wants J.J. to play eventually. I gotta move on. I can't. I'll dwell on this.
I know. I am too.
I'll try to. I want to try to get to the bottom of the joke, but I shouldn't. I should just let it go. The Denver Broncos signed veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis to a practice squad
is he
type
50?
of. He's near there.
Jesus.
Are you 50? That's an old. One of my favorite jokes I've ever seen on WWE Raw was John Morrison, and who was his tag? And The Miz.
Yeah.
John Morrison and The Miz were tag team partners for a while. And they're both very funny, very clever guys. And they had a series of promos with DX when DX reunited. So Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Shawn Michaels reunited DX, D-Generation X, which was a hot thing, in the late 90s, and this is like 2011. Suddenly, Triple H and Shawn Michaels wanted to do the DX thing again. And they're over the hill at this point, right?
Yeah.
They look kind of silly running around saying "suck it," when you're middle aged, but that was the gimmick they were going for. And if you remember DX's theme song back in the day, a voice always said, "Are you ready?" And then the cool theme music would start. So John Morrison and The Miz are cutting a promo with Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the ring, and Miz says something like, "The DX bit again, huh?" That's great. And Miz says, "I got a new way for the intro music to start. Instead of 'Are you ready?' it should say, 'Are you 50?'" That was brilliant. All right, what time is it? Mercedes Lewis is 41. And in the Super Bowl era, Randy Shaver, no tight end has ever played in a regular season game at age 41 or older. So if he ends up playing for the Denver Broncos in a real game, he'll be the oldest tight end to ever play in a regular.
Oh, he'll end up playing.
You think so? They got
yeah.
troubles in that department?
No, but I just think he'll end up playing. I mean, that's the Evan Ingram is their starting tight end. I think he's a little banged up, and so I'm sure that your favorite head coach will find a way to get him in the game.
Sean Payton? Don't ever bet against Sean Payton.
Yeah, he's your favorite.
George Blanda was 48 years old in 1975, and he was.
God, I remember George Blanda, man. I actually loved George Blanda when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, what was not to love?
He was a quarterback and a kicker.
Yeah.
At 40-plus years old.
And he went gray when he was 14.
And he looked like he was 60.
Yes. All of his hair turned gray when he was an 8th grader.
Yeah.
So even when he was a young player, he looked twice as old as everyone out on the ball field. In 1975, he was 48, Cubby, and he was still on the Oakland Raiders roster. God bless George Blanda.
I can remember getting his football card in a pack of cards when I want to say either the last year he played or the year before, like the second to last year he played. And I wish I still had that card because I was actually excited to get it because I was such a fan. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And he looked every bit
Yep.
of 48.
If he wasn't playing football, he was sitting out in the sun. You know what I mean? He's just raisined. By the time he was 35, he was all right, Josh. We got a listener, I think, who's trying to squash the Adam Schefter joke by telling us an even worse joke, okay?
Oh, good.
All right? We were talking about George Blanda. Played football when he was 48. This listener says, that's great, but could George Blanda taste? Don't ever text this radio program ever again. We're blocking your number after that joke because that's so friggin' bad. You've been canceled after that one.
Blocked. Block him.
I'm blocking him. I don't know who you are. You don't have a name here.
Could he taste?
That's terrible.
This isn't very flavorful.
Could George Blanda Pigs Pens tonight here in town, Randy Shaver? Looking for a win, they are, the Pigs. They could use a win.
Yes, they could.
The next 25th anniversary party that the Pigs are hosting comes around on November 4th, and they're dragging some old goalies back to the rink for the party. You know, at the end of the day, I think about women. I think about women's bodies, and maybe that'll change. Maybe I'll end up sleeping with old goalies. I mean, things being what they are, who knows? So the Pigs are going to have former goaltenders Nicholas Backstrom, Devon Get the Tables Dubnik, Vince Enger, and Josh Hartnett out on the ice. And fans can get the boys' autographs before the game. All these old goalies, Josh, that used to play for the Pigs.
That's awesome. That'll be fun for fans to see.
And speaking of old goalies, a guy who had a difficult time scoring on most goalies, Mikko Koivu, will be honored with it. I'm kidding. He was a great player. Mikko Koivu will be honored with his own bobblehead doll that night. The Pigs play Nashville that evening. They play. Golden Gopher hockey plays tonight. The boys play in Madison, Wisconsin tonight against the Badgers, and that idiot Bucky Badger will likely be there. Just a skunk in a popcorn box is all he is.
Ever since you told me that, Nick, I've used it around town when describing him, and people absolutely love that.
Nothing but a skunk in a popcorn box.
They're like, wait, you're right.
But this is really interesting to me now. So the Golden Gophers play at Wisconsin tonight. Normally, as you know, college hockey is a Friday-Saturday thing. They play tonight. No game tomorrow night. They play again Saturday. Because they're not totally stupid in Madison. I know they look like they're stupid. They talk like they're stupid.
Halloween night Friday.
They're not
going to party, yeah.
They're not crazy enough to host a college hockey game on Halloween night because there'd just be 20-year-old girls running around the place naked.
If the Gophers were looking at the schedule before as it came out, and those Gopher players said, oh, my God, we're in Madison on Halloween night and we're not playing, that's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've been to Madison on Halloween weekend. They do it right over there.
Oh,
bet.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of weekends right over there.
Yeah.
The head coach there, Donnie Moscone, what the hell's his name again?
Bob Motzko?
Bob Motzko. I bet he's got every player's cell phone number come Friday night, you know what I mean? So we can figure out where the hell they're at in Madison on Halloween night.
Got a tracker on the phone.
Yeah, but that's a smart decision by the University of Wisconsin. Hell no, we're not hosting a hockey game on Halloween night. Can you imagine an 85-year-old couple who's been season ticket holders for the Badgers since 1956 seeing how the college kids operate on Halloween night?
Oh, yeah.
They'd be puking in the corner.
Oh, man.
And finally,
Smart move. Smart move.
It is a smart move. Real quick, A nice little story here before we go. Brad Marchand, Florida Panthers. Big-time player, right?
He won the Stanley Cup last year.
He's won state of hockey down there, Florida. They win the Cup every year. One of the more disliked guys in the NHL by fans and by some players, and that's his gimmick. He's an instigator. He's a pain in the ass. And then when you F up and take a penalty because he can't stand Brad Marchand, he comes out on the power play and puts a goal in the net. That's the role he plays while at work. He's obviously not a prick all the time. He recently did something awful nice. He showed he's got a lot of heart. Marchand took a temporary leave of absence from the Panthers to fly to Canada and serve as the coach of a junior hockey team, a club in his old neighborhood in Nova Scotia. He found out that the head coach's daughter had suddenly passed away, and he said, you know what? This dude needs a few days off. I'm going to leave Florida, fly back home to Nova Scotia, and coach this hockey team in the normal coach's absence so he can have some time with his family.
Did you read everything about Marchand?
Not everything.
I mean, in that article, I mean specifically?
I think so.
He comes across as, despite his on-ice persona, one of the nicest, best people around.
Yeah, he's very funny, too.
Yeah, and he gives his time and money, and he's involved in everything in communities where he's played or where he's from.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked just because of his reputation.
Like I said, I mean, that's the role he plays on the ice, but away from the game. It's like, like UFC guys and whatnot. They just beat the living hell out of each other. But they have great respect for each other. A lot of UFC guys, okay, fine, are kind of insane. Maybe that was a poor example. Anyway, yeah, Brad Marchand is...
I mean, just a couple weeks ago, there was an article or a couple articles on how he's just such a pest.
Yeah.
You know, and talking about how other players don't like him, and then this comes out, and it's quite different.
Remember when he licked a dude on the ice? That was one of my favorites.
They mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because he, threw some dude. Remember he broke the guy's helmet a couple of weeks back?
Yeah.
He just tore it apart, somebody he was fighting with?
Back when he was playing for Boston, he's nose-to-nose with another player, and he stuck his tongue out of his mouth and he licked the guy just to piss him off a little bit.
I like that.
That's a nice thing that he's doing.
Yeah,
okay, we got to go, Randy Shaver.
All right.
And stay off your bicycle today. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
We are the musers on the pod so far. We've discussed people we love.
I didn't tell you guys. Cuban emailed.
What are you wearing?
Well, no, that's not.
Things we love. Got way into typewriters.
How many typewriters do you own?
Let's not podcast anymore.
Just estimate.
It's time to get really down and dirty.
These are great ideas. Start a podcast and then forget to promote it on social media.
So,
what is our podcast about? Yeah, whatever we feel like.
The Musers, the podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It's Dr. Andrea.
Here to save you about $5,000 and answer your pet questions. It's Dr. Andrea
on the 93X Half-assed Morning Show.
All right, here we go. Let's get going with our guest. Dial 651-989-9393 and send us a text message if you have a question for Dr. Andrea Johnston from Gurman Animal Hospital. Ask our vet about your pet. Josh came up with that. And by the way,
I workshopped it for a couple of years.
Dr. Andrea is brought to you each month by the Stray Dog Restaurant and Bar in Northeast Minneapolis. And just for our beloved listeners, they're offering up to 20% off all online orders with special promo code 93X. So go to their website, Stray Dog Northeast, order your meal, type in that promo code 93X, and you get 20% off. Nice to have you back, Dr. Andrea.
Thanks. Good morning.
Good morning. Off air or not off air? Well, both. We had an on-air conversation about Halloween in Madison, Wisconsin. And then off-air, you said something about being a veteran of such affairs.
Yeah. I mean, my husband went to Madison, so he enjoyed every Halloween. But I would drive 12 hours or 10 hours from Ohio for 2 nights. Less than 2 nights. Probably less than 36 hours.
And just party your ass off.
Yeah. I mean, that street was so fun. But now they have to, sell tickets because it got so out of control.
I didn't know this.
Just try and keep the crowds down?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would get crazy.
When
I think
we
they had
were-
riots one year or something. So
Sounds like Madison.
Yeah.
I was unaware when we were having this conversation what a big deal it was in Madison come Halloween night. Do you remember any specific crazy stories? By the way, sorry to interrupt, but you were driving from Ohio. You were going to school.
Miami of Ohio.
Miami of
near
Ohio.
Cincinnati. So we'd all jump in a car and drive all the way to
Good Lord.
Madison for 2 nights.
That's not like making a run up to St. Cloud State.
No. But everybody from every school, some people would fly in for it because
Wow.
it's that crazy and that fun.
Who did you go as?
One year I went as a genie.
Yeah.
Right?
Cute. I like that.
I can't even remember, honestly.
Yeah, you partied too hard, for God's sake. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
By the way,
crazy times.
today is National Treat Your Pet Day, everybody.
Oh.
So give that little peckerhead something or another. Yes, Josh.
I was looking at a list of the most popular dog names of 2025, and I was wondering how many you treat. What about Bella?
I was going to say Bella #1.
So it is. Okay, so that's
we are
that's totally
surrounded.
accurate.
We're surrounded by babies and dogs these days named Bella.
Yes.
Yeah.
My parents have a dog named Bella.
We're drowning in them.
Maybe name another one. I will see if it's in the list here.
Zoe.
Zoe is not on this list, at least. We got Bella, Luna,
Yep.
Daisy, Lucy, Max, Charlie, Bailey, Cooper, Buddy, and Sadie.
God, I knew
Yep.
Charlie was
You're
gonna be in
forgetting
there.
Lucky.
Lucky?
Yeah, but you never want to name your dog Lucky because they're never lucky.
Oh, no.
I can attest to that.
They always get hit by cars. I mean, it sounds horrible, but
They also mentioned, names after foods are becoming more popular in
Cookie.
2025. We got Cheeto, Pickles.
yep. Pancake. We have a pancake.
What about brisket?
Ooh, that's a good one.
And then they went. This is kind of weird. Cocoa Puffs, mac and cheese, garbanzo beans, spicy sausage, Prince tater tot.
Wow.
Spicy
I
sausage.
mean, we get cocoa, we get Skittles. You know what's really popular now is like Bruce, Walter,
Yeah.
Kevin,
Mhm.
Steve, George.
The kind of ironically human names.
Yeah.
I like those.
I enjoy that routine way more than I do naming your dog, Pringles or something like that. That sounds like something a 2-year-old would do. And sometimes that's the case where the child
Yeah, the kid gets
is
to name the
allowed
kid.
to.
Yeah. Or the
Silly.
dog.
It's irresponsible. You're not kidding about dogs named Lucky. When I was an 8th grade kid, we decided to breed our Springer Spaniel, the best girl in the whole world, Megan Marie. And we bred her with another purebred Springer, and that male's name was Lucky.
Yeah.
5 years later, Lucky, who, as far as everybody knew, was a totally normal dog, jumped out the back of a moving pickup.
Oh, that dog.
That was Lucky.
Did Lucky survive?
Hell no.
Oh.
He was in pieces by the end of the... Anyway, before we get into the questions for Dr. Andrea, we thank everyone for texting in. 651-989-9393. That's our Luther Bloomington Kia text line. I wanted to say word up to one of your coworkers, Dr. Cam,
Yeah, he's great.
and a U of M student who's helping out.
Oh, Josh. Yeah, he
Josh.
listens to your show. Hi, Josh.
He mentioned that.
Yeah.
A few days ago, the wife and I brought our kitty in to see Dr. Cam and Josh, and they were wonderful
I love it.
in helping us figure out what was going on with the kitty. And a thank you to you as well, Dr. Andrea, because coming up on November 9th, we've got this fundraiser for the Randy Shaver Cancer Research Fund, November 9th at the Wayzata Legion. And you have donated a free dental cleaning to the silent auction.
Sweet.
Oh, and those aren't cheap.
People love it. People love it because it's a good way to donate and then they get something out of it.
What all do you do to a dog's teeth when
gosh.
dental cleaning?
Well-
Enough for them to just be furious with you by the end? Yeah.
That's why we anesthetize them because we don't want to lose
you
our
do?
fingers. Yeah, I mean they have to. Otherwise,
suppose.
Do you use
Can
like an
imagine-
electric toothbrush or?
It's exactly what your dentist uses.
Oh, is that right?
Scaler, the polisher. We take full mouth X-rays because there's a lot of abscesses that you can't see. Sometimes we have to pull teeth, depending on what you find. But yeah, I mean it's a pretty it's general anesthesia.
You put them out cold and then
Yeah.
just start scrubbing.
Yeah, you have to put a tube in because otherwise you don't want anything to go down the airway. But you
They're
don't want to
choking on their teeth.
You don't want to lose your fingers.
Do you ever find anything super nasty?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we'll find like sticks jammed up.
Oh, wow.
A lot of times bulldogs get like hair stuck up in their gums
Ooh.
because they're mouth is so weird.
Yeah, they got a big sloppy mouth, and big lips and everything. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. So a dog chewed on a stick 6 months ago when it's still in its, oh, God.
Is there a particular breed that's more difficult than the rest, or is it all?
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs?
For dental procedures?
Mhm.
Yeah, because you'll find like a tooth in the middle of the palate, like on the top. Like there's no rhyme or reason to their oral cavity in their teeth. Makes zero sense.
Well, speaking of a hair in mouth, Barsaw Jesus had a question about his cat Rudy. Threw up a hairball in his shoe yesterday. He says, "What's up with that?" And also, he is getting concerned because there seems to be more and more hairballs recently, and he's not sure why.
So he's probably excessively grooming for a reason. One could be anxiety or stress. Two, he could have thyroid disease, so he's losing his hair. And that's why he's excessively grooming and vomiting hairballs. There's hairball diets you can get to over the counter. That can help as well.
What does that mean exactly?
So there's actually specific diets that minimize hairball formation.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that around. Yeah,
so it doesn't stop them from the grooming, it just makes it so you don't get
Correct.
the hairball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Dr. Andrea, a listener it appears to me this listener is looking to take tick prevention to a higher level. They say, I've been lying in bed with the dog, and I find ticks crawling on me. He is on chewable tick prevention, so it sounds like maybe they're looking for something else.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, if he is on chewable tick prevention, like Simparica Trio, NexGard Plus, the other ones, Credelio Quattro, those are the big ones. If their ticks are dead, then the medication's doing its job. So if you're finding dead ticks in the bed, it's working.
This tick was crawling.
Yuck.
It was alive and crawling. Well, this
Zombie
means that some human in the house has ticks.
Possibly, or it actually was on the dog but didn't take a bite, and then unfortunately jumped ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can get a sentinel collar, like a little collar. You can buy that over the counter. That can be added protection, but keep going with the oral flea and tick.
Josh used to check gals for ticks in his neighborhood.
Yeah. They made me move.
Yeah.
But I sure did. It was a free service
That's
I would
gross.
offer. Do indoor cats need heartworm medications? Also, my cat is a dick. Why is that?
I see many of those. So heartworm disease is a thing in cats, mainly for outdoor cats, but mosquitoes are in your house as well. I don't know. I mean, I like Revolution Plus as heartworm preventative. It's a topical, but it also covers like mites and things like that for cats. I think it's a low risk if you have an indoor cat.
I'll be damned.
I don't know why your cat's a jerk.
Yeah, every personality's different.
Yeah.
You mentioned something about bulldogs a few minutes ago. They have disgusting mouths and they're difficult to clean. Listener by the name of Paperwork Bitch Jesus texted in a picture of his 4 bulldogs all sleeping on the couch together. Oh my God, I bet that's a mess. Their names are Harold, Jackson, Lulu, and Steve.
Oh, I love that.
We have hundreds, he says, invested in dental work.
Yeah.
Look at them all. They're all laying on blankets, I would imagine, because they drool all over the couch.
Probably need hearing aids at night, too. Or earplugs, not hearing aids. Earplugs. They're so loud.
Do they get to yelping a lot?
Oh, my gosh. They snore and they're... Yeah.
That's outstanding. What else is going on here? Our guest is Dr. Andrea from German Animal Hospital. Questions coming in. 12-year-old lab who has seizures. And the lab is on phenobarbital.
Mm-hmm.
It has helped control the seizures. However, she seems to now have a facial tic. Is this a side effect? She has a checkup coming up on Monday, but just wondering your thoughts. So on phenobarbital, but some facial tics happening.
Yeah, so sometimes the seizure meds, one isn't enough as they get older. So sometimes you have to add like multimodal therapy. So you can add like zonisamide or Keppra, other medications to it. Or you might need to check phenobarbital levels to see if it's actually an appropriate dose.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you've answered a question similar to this before, but this person says they're getting a Basset Hound puppy and would like to get pet insurance, and we're wondering what one you recommend.
There's a lot out there. Recently, I've heard a lot of insurance are not covering certain things for certain breeds. Basset Hounds being one that get like major ear infections and back issues. So I would make sure they cover that if it's not pre-existing, meaning if the pet hasn't had it yet. There's so many out there. The ones I'm familiar with, Pumpkin is one. It's a weird name, I know, but Pumpkin Insurance. VPI. There's so many. Trupanion, Nationwide. There's so many different pet insurance. And a lot of companies cover it now, too.
Who here has pet insurance?
I wish.
I've never even thought about it.
I'm stupid. I should probably go ahead and do that. Oh, this is a troubling text message here. Works too much plowing snow. Jesus. He recently gut a deer and the outdoor cats are eating the gut pile.
Oh, yuck.
Good. Is this going to...
Of course.
Yuck.
Will this be a problem, he says.
I mean, deer are not carnivores, right? They eat grass.
Right.
But I would still check your cats for fleas and ticks and parasites.
Oh, God.
At least it's been relatively cold, so it's not like spoiled, hopefully.
But like the minute an animal dies, like a rabbit or a deer, those fleas jump ship to the next warm-bodied thing.
Oh.
That's what I would worry
Right.
about.
And the parasites, my God, deer are just crawling
breath.
with... can you imagine the little faces on these kitties after they're
covered in
done?
blood?
That's what I'm picturing.
Like a freaking horror movie.
Dr. Andrea, what are your thoughts on paying for advanced screenings for healthy dogs, like ultrasounds, blood tests, beyond the basic panels, etc.? What do you think?
Well, I think it depends on the age of the dog. There's a lot of dogs that come in that are 8, 9, 10 that have like hidden cancers that you don't know until they're sick. We talk about it a lot. Like, is there a benefit to doing ultrasounds and x-rays as they hit a certain age to find those things so you can surgically remove it? I don't think it's wrong. I mean, it's expensive, right? But I think it would be beneficial in some cases.
What about just like a new dog? Like maybe if you're buying a used car, you bring it to your mechanic and just have him check it out before you make the purchase?
I mean, I think that's not a bad idea. There's a lot of rescues that already do that when they take the dog in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they'll do
Well,
like,
you know,
full
I suppose
exams.
that's right. We had a dog who they found out had heartworm.
Yeah,
So-
they'll do all those tests beforehand.
So, which I had no idea was that big a deal. I just thought it wasn't. Yeah, but he
insane.
was like in a cage for 6 months, basically. Couldn't get his heart rate up. He had it so bad.
Yep. Yep.
What do you think of dog racing, Dr. Andrea? Like the serious dog racing?
Like the greyhound dog racing?
Yeah. Do you think it's mean, or do you think...
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we see a lot of rescue greyhounds that have come from the racing rings, and they are so beat up. I mean, they love to run, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want them to be overused.
Yeah.
I think there's a time and a place for it, but I think some of these rings are not healthy.
If we took you to the track, do you think you'd make some pretty good money by taking a look at these dogs?
I don't think I want to do that.
Put the money on this guy.
Oh, I bet with your experience, you could eyeball him and maybe make some friggin' cash.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. We'll be back. Again, 651-989-9393 is the number if you want to text in with a question for Dr. Andy. We'll be back in a few minutes.
It's Dr. Andrea
On the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yes, we are hanging out with our hard-partying veterinarian friend, Dr. Andrea Johnston from German Animal Hospital, who is a University of Wisconsin party guide on the side.
I didn't even go there.
When she's not at the office. She didn't even go to Wisconsin, but she knows where the parties are at. You know what's great when we have you on, Dr. Andrea? A lot of our listeners send pictures of their pets when they're asked, whether they're asking a question or not. They love to show off their pets, and that's always fun. Ashley, you in particular, I think, need to look up a text message from Stallion Subaru Jesus, who texted in a picture of their new female coonhound named Abigail. Cute. And the picture that he sent in of Abigail, he says she's 6 months old and she's very proud of the hole that she dug in under 20 seconds. Pardon me, in under 12 seconds, if you want to see that picture.
It is it's a good size. I mean, it's almost as big as the dog.
I think you'll fall in love with that
They're
picture.
going to have like a golf course or a ski mogul
man.
there before you know it.
651-989-9393. That's the number you can text if you have a question. Before we go, we got a few more minutes. Earlier, a listener texted in and said they gutted a deer recently, and his outdoor cats have been eating the gut pile. A similar question here from Elk Slayer Jesus. He says, I'm grinding up an elk as we speak. Can I feed my golden retriever raw elk? Well, I know for sure that you can do the opposite.
No.
He wants to know if he can feed his
I don't think you can do the opposite.
You can do. I'm kidding, of course. Can this man feed his golden retriever raw elk?
I mean, you're just asking for GI issues,
Ugh.
diarrhea and vomiting.
Yeah.
I mean, you can feed it. Elk is actually really lean, right? So you could cook it and then feed it.
Cook it up.
But I would not feed the raw elk.
No.
The symptoms you just described remind me. Ashley had to miss a day. Was it raw elk that got you, Ashley?
Yeah, I think so.
The diarrhea and the vomiting you
Yep.
were going through?
Yuck.
Way past my prime. Jesus wants to know, is it common for huskies to have neurological issues? They had one that had some issues which led to her chewing off one of her hind legs. Years later, chewed off half the other one and then her entire tail.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, that's worse than my dog.
it is.
That's so.
It is.
I've never met somebody like me.
No, that's not common for the breed, and it's not common to see it, but there's obviously some lack of sensation back there and self-mutilation because the dog can't feel it. So he's just going to chew it off because he doesn't feel like it's a part of his body.
Well, why would they want to chew it off? Just like
Because he can't feel it.
Huh.
So it's just, unfortunately, or it's painful and he wants it off too.
Hey, I'm here for you.
Yeah, Ashley's been there.
Let's talk.
You currently own a dog who chewed one of its limbs off.
Yes.
Yeah. How's that going?
She's doing great. Dr. Andrea sees her now, so now she's on the up and up finally.
This is hilarious.
Thank
I
you.
love picturing this kind of thing. A listener wants to know, is there any risk or downside to giving my cat a sedative before a plane ride? I'm taking him as a carry-on.
Wow. No, I would suggest it. I would recommend it. Usually we use a lot of gabapentin, which is a pain med, but it's also a sedative for cats, especially the ones that come into the clinic and want to chew our faces off.
Yeah.
We oftentimes will send home gabapentin.
Well, if I've learned anything from traveling with Nick, don't mix lots and lots of booze with Xanax.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
That can make you want to fight a flight attendant, I saw.
I turned in. It's fitting that you're here because what I turned into that day, Dr. Andrea, was an animal. When I, but I like to believe I'm one of the few people on planet Earth who almost crashed in an airplane with their dog in their lap. I had my dog in my lap, and we gave him a little bit of Xanax before the plane ride, and it worked. But at one point, we lost cabin pressure, and we're screaming towards planet Earth, and I actually put the oxygen mask on my dog's face.
That's
Aren't
scary
you
but
supposed to
adorable.
take care of yourself
I love
first?
that, dude.
I don't remember who I went to first, but I think I went to myself first, and then I actually put that friggin' mask on his stupid little dachshund face, and he had no idea what was happening, of course. He thought we were playing or something. But I like to believe I'm one of the only people who had that experience, as horrifying as it was. Can you guys ever see yourself having your pet ride next to you on an airplane? That sounds like such a tremendous pain in the ass.
I mean, I would absolutely love to have them there, but I don't think they would like it very much at all.
Next thing you know, it goes and steals the meatloaf of the guy sitting in front of you or something
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
only one dog that would behave, and I mean, still, that's a little iffy.
You got to really
picturing
trust.
one of my dogs in a flight suit and the other one dressed as a captain.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
you got to trust.
Maybe that's
your,
the Halloween outfit.
I think you need first class for your dogs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they need
Bigger
the leg
seats.
room.
Yeah.
long legs.
Why does my dog always want to bury himself in a car? He'll bury his face. When I get home from anywhere, he hides under the covers or blankets.
Oh, gosh, I wonder what his breed is, but that is, a lot of dogs like to do that to be comfortable. In the car, maybe he's a little motion sick, but it's also a way to like kind of get cozy in there. My dog goes straight under the sheets when he jumps in our bed.
Yeah, it's weird. We had a dog
Like to
that
burrow.
she'd look at you like, why haven't you covered me up
Yeah,
yet?
they
I need to
love
be
it.
under a blanket. Tuck me in.
Love it.
Under the blanket
Love
pets. They're a lot of fun. Dr. Andrea, are orange kitties, are they more affectionate than others? I thought I heard that male cats are more affectionate than females.
I've always liked orange cats the best, if that matters
I
at
would
all.
agree. I don't think there's like any scientific evidence that orange cats are nicer, but I love orange male cats.
Okay.
I think they're the best. They're just sweet and
I had one. I had one. Big Lou
you
was very, very,
did.
very sweet cat to people, not so much to other cats. So this listener says my orange kitty always needs to be near me. Is this because it loves me, or does he have other dire revolutionary plans like the monkeys we talked about earlier on the program? There was a monkey attack in Texas, Dr. Andrea.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, the orange kitty needs love all the time. Is that a typical trait of an orange?
I don't think it's a typical trait of an orange kitty. I think he's just an affectionate cat.
Yeah.
And just wants to be around you.
But was I right that males are more affectionate than females? That's what I thought I heard.
I mean, I can see some really mean male cats, but I guess, I don't know. I'd say it's probably 60-40.
There you go.
Have you or anyone you worked with ever been a little superstitious around black cats, especially this time of year?
Never.
No, not so much?
No.
We were just reading earlier that there's certain, even here it's happened before, where there'll be a window of time around Halloween where black cats won't be adopted out.
Yeah, I have heard that. But no, I don't think we've ever even thought about it.
There's not one person that's like, you take that one. I'm staying away. Filter Bob Jesus has a silver lab, female, 7 years old, seems to have bad hips, has a hard time getting up, urinated laying down yesterday. Oof. Is there a supplement or something they can give her to make her feel better?
I think she probably needs more than a supplement. Glucosamine chondroitin works really well as a joint supplement, but I think you probably need anti-inflammatories, some hip x-rays, and maybe some other pain meds. I'd get her checked out. Poor thing.
There you go. That sounds miserable. Yeah. Before we get going, this one might test you. I don't know. It's so rare that you even have a pause when these questions come in.
Here we go.
You're on it. What do you know about rabbits? Here's a guy who says, my rabbit lost its 2 front teeth. Will they grow back?
Yeah, so actually, I do know this one.
Oh.
Rabbits, you have to shave their teeth down because they continue to grow.
Oh.
So you have to shave them down.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure if he was
That sounds miserable.
shaving the rabbit's teeth or they fractured off because they were too long.
I wish I had more info for you.
Yeah, but
Dude.
I don't think they're going to grow back. I do not know that answer.
Okay.
You'd have to take dental x-rays
But
to
you
see.
gave us some valuable information. Anyways, I did not know that does a rabbit sit still for that?
You'd have to sedate them.
Good.
But they do
Oh,
horrible
little
under
sedate.
anesthesia.
Can you imagine Bugs Bunny without those 2 front teeth?
Ashley, were you just awing because you were picturing a sedated rabbit?
Yeah, just a little sleepy rabbit.
Yeah.
One fascinating fact about them is when they wake up from anesthesia, you have to feed them ASAP. Otherwise, their GI tract stops
My
moving.
God.
And they die. They always die.
Wake up,
So,
little rabbit.
You got to feed it right away.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Wow, we always learn so much. Thanks, Dr. Andrea.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it.
Very
Happy
nice
Halloween.
having you in. Yes,
Yeah,
happy
you
Halloween to
have
you
a
as
good
well.
one.
I'll be at Madison.
You're going to Wisconsin.
You bought your tickets?
Jesus.
Sure.
This person, I don't have a name for this texter, but they wanted to shout out his fly, honey Sarah, celebrating 6 years of sobriety. Congratulations. Safe travels to Mustang Jesus, moving to South Carolina today. We're going to miss you, bro. Happy 22nd to Diabetic Operator Jesus from Fish Slayer and White Sugar Jesus. And happy birthday to Jesus of Jesusing Jesus from Slappy McNutsack Jesus.
Oh, man. It's a hell of a way to end the show.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.